home opener for the San Antonio Spurs. We are here, Spurs, Nets. We got Tony in chat already. We're going for this game, guys. Going for 3-0. This is already one of the biggest games of the season. And you already saw I didn't have that green screen done right. But you know what? It's the first time. Trial and error, baby. We're doing this right for the Spurs. Leave some love in the chat for our San Antonio Spurs. About to go 3-0. Get some fire going for the boys. How are y'all feeling heading into this game right now? Because for me, this is a massive year for the San Antonio Spurs, right? Of course, we know that Victor Wembanyama is looking to make his mark after last year's blood clot and some questions about the roster. But again, it's not just him. We got guys like De'Aaron Fox, who people still seem to doubt. There is so much going on, but I want to just leave some hype for the Spurs in chat. We got Tony in there. We have channel member emotes as well. If you guys want to join the channel membership, you get access to these exclusive emotes, priority responses in chat, and I do already see Slay in chat saying no Cornet. That is very true. Well, see if I can fix the way that chat is now. I guess you guys just got to chat a little bit more to fix this chat box. Things are going, but you know what? We're positive here in San Antonio. There we go. Let's go, Spurs Nation, says the king. I'm ready to go. I'm trying to just wait for this stream to start because it's the home opener. I mean, we're all really excited for this. Look, I mean, before we even get started, drop me your guys' predictions for the Spurs record for the end of the season. We're already 2-0. We already looked at the schedule. We know how good we can be. I want to know how good you guys think we can get to, because we have some very, very winnable games coming up. Seb saying, hi, man, Warriors fan, and I'm really worried to face you this season. You cooking. 7-0 if you count the preseason. That's right. Why not count the preseason, right? This is so good. We got the Spurs merch. We got everything going. And look, the Spurs are cooking so far. They absolutely are. Like, right now, Victor Wembanyama is single-handedly doing some things that no one has ever seen before, right? And I think that's what we always love to look at. It's like Victor Wembanyama doing basically the unthinkable. Every single time Victor Wembanyama steps on the basketball court, you're seeing something happen that you have literally never seen before. So, you know what? You should be scared, Sebs. Every Warriors fan should be extremely scared. Every fan of any team that is not a Spurs fan should be scared to face the San Antonio Spurs, because these guys are doing something absolutely incredible. Wemby gonna drop 50 tonight, 50 plus wins, in between 40 and 50 wins, 60 wins as long as everyone stays healthy. Look, there's a lot of questions there, but you know, I think we just got to be patient and watch what's gonna happen, because I am really, really, really excited for our Spurs. And yeah, I'm just waiting here for the stream to start, trying to get this going here. But you know what? It's all right. We're going to give this a minute. Thank you guys for tuning in so early. 25 people in here already. The chat is popping. And look, share this, friends and family. Anyone you guys want to watch the Spurs, sharing the Spurs with us. We got the live scoreboard. We got so much rocking here today. I'm really, really, really excited. But yeah, let me just try and figure out something here while I got you guys here. We got the positive music flowing. We're getting ready for game time. Embrace the mundane is absolutely true. 100% embrace the mundane. Embrace the mundane, I should say. Let me just double check here. So this should work. Let's head over here. Apologies for the setup, but you know what? We're all just waiting for our fellow Spurs fans to tune in, to come in here, and to be ready to go. I mean, home opener, right? Home opener is really one of the most exciting times of year. You know, to be in San Antonio, to watch this game, to be ready for the Spurs season again in a winnable game against the Brooklyn Nets. Like, this is going to be a big one, right? It's going to set the tone for a lot of the rest of the season, because that game against the Pelicans, it was winnable. I mean, we know how winnable that game was, and unfortunately we couldn't get it done. But hey, at the end of well, we did get it done, but unfortunately we couldn't get it done in an easy way. Sorry, I'm distracted. That's the thing, right? The Pelicans were a little too annoying for my liking. And look, we kind of threw the game away at the end. Stephon Castle with some turnovers, but hey, it is what it is. Sebs, will you be live for all the games today? This is just going to be Spurs versus Nets, but hey, we're gonna try and do some stuff as the season goes on. But look, this is Spurs Digest, baby. We're here for the first game of the day. We're here to watch and share with all you wonderful people. But Tony's saying I need some Carter Bryant minutes, and you know what? I think Carter Bryant is going to make a big difference in this game, because right now, with I know Luke Cornet being out makes you think, oh, it's just going to be Biyombo, but it means that we need to change up the rotations a little bit, right? So we're going to need to bring in some extra defense that maybe we're missing from Cornet. We could afford to go with a smaller lineup, but again, like with Jeremy Sochan kind of not around, you know, there's these options that we're going to need to look into, and Carter Bryant to me is absolutely one of them. So I think there's a real world where we get extra Carter Bryant minutes today. Just setting the music, getting the tone going. We're positive. We're getting ready to go. just loop in all these music tracks so that they don't stop. You know, we got lots of people ready to go. I'm feeling anticipation right now for this season, and I think that's a big word for, well, I mean, maybe not a big word, maybe not the biggest word, but, you know, anticipation for this season has been building and building and building and building because of Wemby, and he has shone through. Like, we see what Wemby has been capable of doing, and that's what we are so thrilled to continue to watch this season, because we know we can go out there and score 50, could score 60. He could put up one of the greatest NBA seasons of all time this year. Is that an exaggeration? Because I legit don't think it is, but yeah, it'll be incredible. You'll get that today, Tony. I hope so, Tony. I hope we get some Carter Bryant minutes. The King J saying he'll clean up those turnovers. I think so too. I absolutely agree. And according to ESPN Analytics, I'm gonna put this line here in the chat, and I want you guys to vote. The Spurs have actually, how am I gonna put this in the chat? Yeah, I'll just say, do you agree? So Spurs have an 81.5% chance to win via ESPN. Do you agree with that? I just want to see, do you agree with that? You can answer that poll in chat if you agree with that right now, because ESPN, Spurs 81.5, Nets 18.5, and to me, like, look, NBA teams at the end of the day are NBA teams. Like, these guys are not going to be pushovers. The Brooklyn Nets are not going to be pushovers, but the spread right now, Spurs are minus 10.5, and I think right now, like, this is a very, very winnable game for San Antonio. 81.5 is maybe a stretch, but again, the Nets are just not that good. We do have Lindy Waters, who's out, of course. Kelly Olynyk is out. Luke Cornett is out. De'Aaron Fox is out. Jeremy Sochan is out. So Cornett, Sochan, and of course Fox, three of our key rotation players, Fox being the starter. It's tough to see them all out for this game, but, you know, I think the Spurs can still do it. It just means we're going to get more Wemby touches, more Wemby minutes, and that's what I'm excited about. How far do you think we can go this season? I think we could absolutely go. I think we can make the playoffs. I think we could win around in the playoffs. You know, I think the thing that I've been saying for so long now is that, like, I don't know how far the Spurs are going to go because of, like, these guys here. Like, I don't know how good Dylan Harper is going to be in his rookie season. I don't know what levels Wemby can hit. But if everything clicks, if Fox is, like, an all-star level point guard, if Victor Wembanyama is, like, DPOY, all-NBA first team, all-defensive first team, MVP, 30 points per game, 12 rebounds, 5 blocks a game, well, then what is the ceiling? I mean, then how are we not like a second round, third round playoff team? So I think it really depends how these guys are going, but like I think I think we could go really, really, really far, and that's the exciting thing. Want to mention this is a really bad game for the Nets. They're already 0-2, and after this they got the Rockets. Really bad start to the season again for the Nets. Look, the Nets, I feel bad for the Nets to some extent because, you know, their franchise got a bit unlucky, but also they were not ran very, very well. I think we all know that. But, you know, like at the end of the day, they still are an NBA team. And I never want to, I don't want to say I never want to bet against an NBA team, but I never want to guarantee like a blowout, right? Because I think it's not fair, right? It's really not fair to predict a blowout against an NBA caliber team. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see, but I just think the Nets lineup is not looking amazing. Let me just check again what's going on here. Let's take a look at the predictions according to ESPN here. No, I don't want tickets. No, I don't want tickets. I can't go there, so I don't want tickets. So who's out for the Nets? I mean, Drake Powell, Danny Wolf, and Haywood Highsmith. Highsmith is the only one that's really gotten NBA minutes so far. The Nets are scoring 120.5 points per game. And, you know, they're really not playing that bad. However, the Spurs are crushing them in terms of rebounds per game. Now, I will say without Luke Cornett, I think that does make a pretty big difference. So we'll have to see how that continues. But yeah, regardless, I want to take a look here. Does anyone know the site where I can watch the game for free? I can't tell you, unfortunately. That's not something we can share here, but maybe someone else will be able to. But unfortunately, I also won't allow links to that in chat. I don't know. I can't say to you. So unfortunately, I'm sorry. Or else, you know, YouTube is pretty strict with those things, as they should be, as are, you know, the NBA Network. So the only teams that challenge us in the West are the Thunder, Denver, Clippers, and maybe the Lakers. You know, I never want to count out the Minnesota Timberwolves, just because I think the Wolves are one of those teams that, don't they just feel like they always could do something? Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, like there's talent there, and that team showed that they were capable of some big things last year. So I really think the Timberwolves are one of these teams that could sneakily come up and be a huge factor this season. But like at the end of the day, the Spurs, if things click, that's where I keep going back to. If things click, it's hard to compete against a team that has Wemby doing what he's doing. And I think that's just kind of where I land, right? If Wemby's doing what he's doing, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do if you're the rest of the NBA? If Wemby is 25, 26 a game, 12 rebounds, and, what have you, and then De'Aaron Fox is averaging 25 points a game on good efficiency now, how are you gonna stop him, right? So, anyway, we got the broadcast starting here. Seeing Wemby warming up. I think I have the Yes feed, actually. I don't even think I have the San Antonio feed, but, it doesn't matter. The game is the game. We're not here to talk about the announcers, because I am being your announcer today, because you are sharing with me. Look, I'm not going to be Iron Eagle doing the commentary. Oh, that's a man's jam. That'd be cool if I did. I don't know. I don't really have the urge to be a commentator or anything, but you really never know. Let's take a look in the chat again. Look, I love the chat is rolling, guys. By the way, we got 70 people in here. Leave a like on this stream. If you leave a like, the Spurs will win the game. If you don't leave a like, they will lose the game. And you don't want to be the reason the Spurs lose the game, right? All right, I got something here in chat. We're going to send this message. Type S for Spurs. Type N for Nets. Who do you got? Who do you got? Send in the chat. S for Spurs, N for Nets. We got to see your predictions in the chat. I want everyone in here chatting. I got to get you guys active. We're here to talk with all of you. And reminder, as always with these live streams, if you are a channel member or if you leave a super chat, donate, we will answer your messages in priority. Going to try to get as many as I can, but as this game goes on, we're going to have a lot more people in here, so it's going to be tough. Look at that. S, S, S. We also got the chat leaderboard on today. You can see that number 1, number 2, number 3. Right now, Sebs is number 1 in the chat leaderboard, and that means, Sebs, hey, you're the top person in the chat right now. If you guys want to catch him, you got to leave more messages. Tony is there at number 3, and Gabriel de la Cruz is number 2. We got everyone so far is going for the Spurs. I think that makes sense. Now, the question is, who on the Nets is going to step up? You can see Cam Thomas versus Cleveland had 33 points on 12 for 24 shooting. Michael Porter Jr. 31 points on 13 for 22 shooting versus Cleveland. These guys are nuclear level scorers. Cam Thomas, Michael Porter Jr. These guys, excuse me, whoa, the burp in there. Oh, these guys can absolutely get cooking if the Spurs aren't very careful. But I do think the Spurs will be careful. And, at the end of the day, we just got to throw some good defenders on them. Because, Cleveland is an amazing team. The Brooklyn Nets put on a great performance versus the Cavaliers. But San Antonio's defense, I think, is much better. I mean, if you're Cam Thomas and you're going up against Stephon Castle the whole game, what are you going to do? Michael Porter Jr., I'd be willing to guarantee that Carter Bryant's going to get a few minutes on Michael Porter Jr. today, and he's going to make his life hell. And I hope he does. I really hope he does. So, look, we got a lot of you guys. S, 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 S. Here we go. Everyone's Spurs. We got one Nets fan in chat, Casper Samula. Guys, we got a Nets fan in chat, but that's okay. We want to welcome everyone in with open arms. We're not here to slander the Brooklyn Nets. We are here to cheer on the San Antonio Spurs. We're all about peace, love, and positivity, baby. That's what we do here at Spurs Digest, what we do all across Digest Media. So right now, all right, we're going to do an over-under poll. So right now, you guys have been awesome in the chat with these polls, these answers, but we got to keep you guys going. We can't keep it static. So let's have a look here in chat, and we're going to toss up a poll. Wemby, over or under, let's say 30 points. And we'll put these two options. Over, under. Start the poll. See what you guys have to say. I'm curious. What do you guys got? What do you guys got for this poll? Wemby over or under 30 points? Vote in the poll or leave your reasoning in the chat down below. This is an exciting time. I'm really excited for this home opener, right? The San Antonio Spurs have been looking so good this year. Even that game against the Pelicans, like we talked about. Maybe they didn't look great at the end of regulation. We managed to fight, though. And it's the kind of thing that playoff teams, the kind of game that playoff teams win. So, we got to get people here. Oh, come on. Keep going in the chat. We only got 9 likes, boys. We got 83 people in here. Look, we got a big goal of 100 likes on this stream. And share it, too, guys. We want every Spurs fan, Nets fan to come in here and share this with us. It's the whole point of these things. We're sharing the experience with you guys. Not all of us have Spurs fans and your friends and family to share the game with. That's what we are doing for you here today. Or even Nets fans, come on in and check it out. Thank you so much. The poll, Wemby, 30 points to clear over. The chat is going big time. And I should have done 30.5 because that would have been an actual real over-under. But I was feeling the 30, and that's all right. The King J saying, did anyone realize every team scored over 100 points except Dallas on opening night? Our defense is good, and we don't even have Sochan. And again, it's not just that the defense is good. The defensive systems look great. And again, Wembanyama as your last line of defense is something that you can't really plan against. If you're other teams, you just go with the flow. I will say, though, this game here versus Brooklyn, I don't think it's going to be as bad because they're not as talented a team, but without Luke Kornet in the lineup due to that ankle injury, you are going to have a little bit less rim protection. But I bet you we're going to have some more Bismack minutes tonight, and I think Bismack is going to try and do his best to protect the rim and do his best to fill in that Luke Kornet role. Now, Kornet's offensive rebounding last game was incredible, and it's so difficult to replicate that because Kornet is 7'2", 250. Bismack Biyombo was like 6'9", right? Like, he's significantly shorter than Luke Kornet. He does play bigger, but you're really going to need that from the Spurs in those minutes without Wemby. The thing is, I think the Spurs, we have a back-to-back, right? Regardless, we have another game very soon. And so there's some questions. Will Wemby actually play? Like, if he needs to play 36, 37 minutes, is he going to do it? I think he absolutely will. I think he's young. I think he's absolutely capable of that. And look, I mean, I don't see any reason to hold him out any more than he needs to. So I'm excited to see what happens there. But yeah, this is going to be something big here. The over/under for the Spurs, 10.5 points. The game has not started yet, even though we're a few minutes over the start time here. But you know what? That is more than okay. Gonna have a look here. Gonna try and find some stuff here. All right. So, how do y'all like our coach? Says Kendall Moore. Kendall, you know what? I really like our coach. Is that a hot take? Do you guys like Mitch Johnson? I think it's pretty great. Embrace the mundane. Someone already said it in chat. Mitch Johnson is embracing the pop ways, you know? And I think that's a big bonus for the San Antonio Spurs as we see the Coyote waving the flag. Things are about to go down, baby. Oh, man, are we excited? Leave some hype. I got the fire going. We are hyped for the start of this season at home. 2-0, I understand, but oh my gosh, this is something else. We got Harrison Barnes on the screen. We got so many amazing players on this Spurs team. I am so excited. Here comes Harrison Barnes in the intro. High-fiving our boy Victor Wembanyama. By the way, everyone. Oh, do I have this code? I got to get this up. Hold on. If you guys are looking, by the way, if you guys have ever been on the search for Spurs merch, because like I have been for years. Look, I mean, I got some stuff from the Spurs store. Keldon Johnson jersey when this was on sale. Really nice. But you want this Wemby alien sweater? You want this Dylan Harper hoodie? This Manu shirt? This is not Spurs store stuff. This comes from our sponsor. We are partnered with Die Hard Addicts. Spurs Digest merch. This stuff, exclusive at the link that I just sent you, and you get 10% off because you are watching this stream today. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. I'm actually going to pin that because for you guys, if you want this incredible merch, 100% cotton, by the way, made in Texas. It's made in Houston, but still some great Spurs merch. Go check it out. Just search Spurs in their store. They legit have the best merch I've ever had. I've washed this like 3-4 times. Absolutely nothing coming off. Highest quality merch I've ever gotten. And I'm not just saying that because it's our merch, but like I'm being genuine about it too. Like I wear this stuff, you see it every day. It's extremely comfortable. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. And yeah, if you want to check that, we got the overs and unders here right now. Everyone is saying Wemby's about to get over 30 points, and I think that's fair. 83% said over, 17% said under. But let's have a look here. We got a lot of people saying over. How are you? I'm good, Casper. How are you? Casper was the one person who voted for the Nets to win this game, by the way. Oh, is that some... What language is that? Is that Tagalog in the chat? Philippines? Oh, dog snap. Yeah, it is. There we go. Filipino. Hello. Welcome everyone from the Philippines. Drop where... you don't need to dox yourself, but drop what country you're watching from, or maybe what state, or if you're somewhere else, let me know where you're from. And I'd love to see people from all over the world. I know we got French fans, lots of Filipino fans. I know we got lots of fans all over the US of A. So many amazing people tuning into these shows, and I'm so excited because this start of the season is going to show where all the international Spurs fans are coming from. I see a lot of Spanish-speaking fans as well. It's so incredible. So, oh man, I'm so excited, you guys. I see Wemby in the huddle. This game's about to get going. Leave some hype. Argentina, Santiago. Buenos días. Todo el mundo. Bienvenidos aquí a Spurs Digest. I don't really speak much Spanish, but I think I say enough. Sweden, Morgan. Tack så mycket for being here. Casper saying, I'm fine. Good to see you. Oh, great. We got so many people in here. Wemby's getting ready. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is a big one. Michael Porter Jr. prepping for the game. Are we ready? Spurs fans? Leave it again. Leave some hype. Just leave some fire emojis. Type hype in the chat. You know what? GSG, give me a GSG in the chat. Let's go. GSG, everyone send the GSG in the chat. We are getting going. We are getting going for this game. Are you ready for the opening tip? I don't know if you guys are ready, because I am ready. Can't wait to do this. We're going to have the score going. Let's change up the music. It's dramatic time. There's some drama coming up. This is building up. The San Antonio Spurs are about to start their season at home. We got Champagny, we got Castle, we have Wemby, we have Barnes, and we have... who's the other starter? Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, not starter. Loading. Absolutely. GSG, Puerto Rico, Hector Jimenez. Welcome, everyone. Let's go, Spurs is the king. We got the Jackals in the crowd. Subscribe done. Yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys. We see that 10,394. We want to see that number go up. Let me actually double check that that's still accurate. Where is it? Is it over here? It's still 394. There we go. And whoa! Whoa, what just happened? I accidentally just minimized it. That's my bad. There it is. 10,400. We got 6 new subscribers already. You guys are the friggin' best is what you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. I cannot wait to watch this game. Here we go, boys. Or girls. Go Spurs, go. There is Vassell. So it's Vassell, Castle, it's Wemby, it's Barnes, and it is Champagny. It's not Keldon Johnson. That's what I figured. Go Spurs, go from the UK. Welcome in, Matt. Here we go. Stephon Castle starting the game with the ball. Let's take a look at what happens here. Devin Vassell getting guarded pretty tough off the opening rip here. The Nets are playing some hounding defense. Terrence Mann is all over Harrison Barnes. They are playing very aggressive. They're setting the tone early into Victor Wembanyama as he tries to kick out to Harrison Barnes. The ball is deflected to Barnes. He's hesitating. The step back pull up 3 with 2 on the shot clock. Not quite there. Out of bounds off Stephon Castle, and the game is going. San Antonio cannot convert on the first possession, but we're staying positive, baby. It's all right. Defense. Let's go. Lock in on D right now. This is where the San Antonio Spurs are coming through. Julian Champagny tries to fight through the screen. Wemby in the drop coverage there. Cam Thomas with the ball, guarded by Devin Vassell. Some 24 on 24 action. Vassell, who can be a good defender, has a really good contest, but sometimes the offense is just better than the defense, baby, as Cam Thomas scores the first point of the game, and it is now 2-0 for the Brooklyn Nets. But that's okay. That is totally okay. It's possession number 1. The last game, it wasn't so great. Stephon Castle, that patented move by Stephon Castle. I mean, how often have we seen that happen? Stephon Castle going right to the rim with that slow step. And look, Cam Thomas, or that wasn't Cam Thomas, Claxton gets into the paint as there's a missed 3 by the Brooklyn Nets, and they run away from Victor Wembanyama. So I got to stop with this defense music. We got to get back on the positive vibes here. Let's keep going. Wemby stepping through. Airballs the close shot. Harrison Barnes, though, with the O board. Little short shot for Wemby. He misses that as well. Not a hot start for Victor Wembanyama, who is now 0 for 2 from the field. GSG watching from Vienna, Austria. That is awesome. Cam Thomas driving to the rim. Nice little floater over Wemby, and he gets it to go. And 1. Victor Wembanyama picks up his first foul of the game after missing his first 2 field goal attempts. Not a hot start right now, but hey, you know what? Things can turn around. Nice little bucket from Cam Thomas, and it's all right. It's all right. It's just the beginning of the game, right? It's just the beginning of the game as Cam Thomas is going for the and 1 at the free throw line. How you guys feeling about this start so far? Leave a Y for good start and N for bad start. Yes and no. How you feeling? Good start, bad start. I want to hear you guys in chat, because right now it's not the best start for the San Antonio Spurs. There's no doubt. It's now 5-2 for the Brooklyn Nets as Cam Thomas converts on the free throw. Stephon Castle's getting double teamed, and he turns it over, leading to a fast break dunk. And I would not be surprised to see Mitch Johnson call a timeout very soon. Wemby inbounding over to Harrison Barnes. 7-2 for the Nets is not a good start. But you know what? We got to lock in. We're staying positive. Harrison Barnes turns it over. Fast break for the Brooklyn Nets. Michael Porter Jr. looks like he gets fouled, but play continues. Devin Vassell guarding the ball. Man, kicking back out. And Wemby gets a piece of the 3 for his first block of the game. That is very, very nice. They're moving up the court. Stephon Castle now taking it into man, being guarded by man. Victor Wembanyama over to Vassell. Vassell dribbling around the top, back to Stephon Castle. We're staying on the outside a lot right now. Castle, though, the slow drive into the paint. Pass gets deflected. And once again, it's Nic Claxton. He misses the dunk, but he's fouled by Julian Champagny. This is not a good start. This is a bad start for the San Antonio Spurs, but look, there's still time left in this game. A couple fouls early. Very, very sloppy play. It's not great. It's really not great. I'm not loving how we're seeing right now. We're going to just turn on some chill music. Oh, I got to turn that down a bit. That's very loud. But, we're just going to take a breath, right? Take a breath for the San Antonio Spurs, because things are going to pick up as this game goes on. There is no doubt, right? Right now, slow start, you can lock in. How many times have we seen our boys have slow starts only to lock in later and have a great game, right? It's going to happen. Do you guys remember the game that we won in the 2014 NBA Finals? Start of that game was brutal. The Heat just kept forcing turnovers, and they kept forcing a lot of bad stuff. But hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. So I also got to keep this up somewhere. There. Yeah, subs are not. There we go. There we go. Now I think this should be good. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Okay, I gotta update the score here. So the score is now 9-2 for the Brooklyn Nets as Harrison Barnes misses a 3. This is a pretty rough start for San Antonio. I don't love this. I do not love this, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go back to this. No, that's not working. That's not working. So instead, we're going to delete this, and we're going to add this sub, and there we go. Devin Vassell with the 3. That's a good start. Okay, so now this is what we got to do. We got to get this sub count. There we go. This is what we want to see. There we go. Now we got to get this live and get this updated. Here we go. Bring the subs down, bring them in, and now we're good to go. There we go. A little bit of some technical issues here today, but it's okay. We're going to update the score here in a moment. Oh my goodness. This is not a great start for the San Antonio Spurs. I can tell you that much. We'll do that, and then we'll do this, and we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Here. We got over 10,400 subs. All right, let's update the score. Time to update the score. Here we go. So the score is now 9-5. So, score Spurs 5. It's now 11-5, and now we're up here doing it. And Mitch Johnson is calling a timeout with 8:02 left in the first quarter. So, bad start to the game, but it's all right. We're gonna toss a poll. All right, here we go. We got to keep the people active in the chat right now. Let's say, how quick will the Spurs come back? Will the Spurs win this quarter? That's all I'm going to ask, right? Will the Spurs win this quarter? Because it's not a great start to the game. It's 11-5 for the Brooklyn Nets. We fixed all the technical issues. And the thing is, the Nets are really not that great a team. We have been playing very sloppy so far, giving them a lot of looks that really, we shouldn't have given them, right? These fast break points, these sloppy turnovers. We just got to see if the San Antonio Spurs are capable of coming back. I think so far, it's been pretty good. I mean, we've gotten good looks is what I mean. Victor Wembanyama airballed a little layup and then missed about a 2-foot jump shot. Harrison Barnes missed a wide open 3, but Vassell did convert. So at the end of the day, we're getting the looks we want. It's just a matter of actually making them count. And I think the San Antonio Spurs are absolutely able to do this. And so, yeah, I think there's a lot of great stuff coming. The chat right now, they're all saying, look, 100% of people in the chat right now are saying the Spurs will win the first quarter. And that's all we're really looking for right now. And we are excited. We got this great thing. We got the Frost fan flips right now. I wish I could share this. I can't actually see what's going on, but they're doing the great stuff at the Frost Bank Arena. I need to get back to a Spurs game, man. It's gonna be. It's been a while since I've been to San Antonio. But you know what? We're living through the Spurs with this stream, and that's what I'm happy about. Gonna be hopefully a nice little win here to go to 3-0, because the Brooklyn Nets are a team that we absolutely should be beating. And right now, again, not a great start, but so far, a lot of the people in chat are very confident. Heck, they're saying we're happy about the 2-0, but it's very important that we're already 1.5 games over ATL. That pick swap can help a lot next draft, either getting a good young guy or use it in a trade for a shooter. And that Atlanta pick is going to matter a lot. I'm already seeing people doing the draft lotto simulator where we're jumping up to number 1 with that Atlanta pick, and I don't know about that. I think that's a bit of a crazy take that we could actually go all the way to number 1, but you really never know. Atlanta did get a nice little win last time, but they're using Trae Young in a very weird way. They're using him in an off-ball role, and I really think the way Atlanta's playing is not going to be, I don't know, I'm not sold on their team this year, and you're right. You're absolutely right, Hector. Staying above the Hawks is going to matter a lot for this upcoming draft. Just imagine we get another lotto pick. Oh, that would be incredible. Absolutely incredible, as we're about to resume play here in San Antonio. Look at that. Pop 1390, Hall of Fame, newest addition to the rafters. Absolutely incredible there in San Antonio. Man, all right. This is the time where we got to pick it up in the game. It is 11-5 for the Brooklyn Nets at the moment. We're actually going to going to center this a little bit better here. We're going to do this. 11-5. There we go. It's all right. It's all right. Right now, the Spurs have not been off to a hot start as we bring Dylan Harper into the game. Champagny stays, but Harper came in for Castle just 4 minutes into the game. So they might be giving Dylan Harper a bit of the reins here. Again, Harper, last game, not his best performance as Devin Vassell nearly picks off the inbounds pass. He's upset with himself. He really thinks he should have gotten that, but you know what? That's all right. Vassell stepping up on defense this year would be such an amazing thing for San Antonio because we know the potential he has. It's just a matter of him putting it all together. We get the inbound coming into Cam Thomas, getting guarded by Champagny. Wemby's sitting back on Claxton because he knows he's sitting in that drop coverage. They're trying to contest Thomas with the deep three as he misses. Wemby had to fight all the way back and tips the rebound over to Dylan Harper. Harper running up the floor, trying to create something, slowing the pace down a little bit. Little cross screen here for Devin Vassell. Back to Harper, into the pick and roll with Wemby, who slips, cutting to the rim. Doesn't quite work. Vassell pulls up for three. Didn't quite get it. Wemby there trying to get the offensive rebound, and he is fouled. Loose ball foul. Victor Wembanyama drawing the foul for the Spurs. That's a huge thing for San Antonio. Wemby being able to get that great whistle against the Pelicans. He did not get a good whistle at all. We know that very much as he goes up for the board, and sure, I guess did they call that a Michael Porter Jr.? Maybe a foul, you know, we take it. I'm never gonna complain about that, but you know, that's okay. That's quite all right. So right now, Victor Wembanyama is getting the ball off the inbound. Oh, he fakes the deep three. He's got Cam Thomas on him. He's put his shoulder down. He's stepping through, pass to Harrison Barnes for the reverse slam. There it is. The San Antonio Spurs with a great possession. Great offensive play from Victor Wembanyama to draw the foul on that tip to the offensive rebound and the beautiful dime over to Harrison Barnes as now Dylan Harper's guarding the ball. We got Barnes on man. So the Brooklyn Nets do have a lot of kind of really high level scorers as Michael Porter Jr. pulls up and nails a deep contested three in the eyes of Devin Vassell, making it 14-7 for the Brooklyn Nets. Right now, Dylan Harper is trying to bring it up the floor. He's trying to just get something going himself. A little Euro step to the basket and one, baby. Oh my goodness. Boom. Dylan Harper going right to the rack. Him and Stephon Castle today so far have made it look easy to get to the net. Even Wemby with the great pass to Barnes. Right now, Dylan Harper going for the and one play. My boy Dylan Harper, this guy right here, he's going to make a case for Rookie of the Year. Cooper Flagg is good, but Dylan Harper also looks quite good. Look, I know when Fox comes back, it's going to be a bit of a different story, but Dylan Harper with that phenomenal take to the net, is he going to convert it? He was great against New Orleans. Sure enough, he does. It is 14-10 for San Antonio with 7 minutes now remaining in the first quarter. Dylan Harper guarding the ball, and then switch to Devin Vassell. These guys have looked really good on defense so far early. The Spurs perimeter defense has been good. But you can tell Michael Porter Jr. wants the ball, and he draws the foul. Ooh, Vassell is clapping. Mitch Johnson is not very happy. Neither is Devin Vassell. I don't think that should have been a foul, but you know, it's okay. You know what? It's completely all right. It's completely all right. The Nets are inbounding the ball, and they get it in to Nic Claxton. And a little handoff for Cam Thomas, who's going downhill. Little step back, but Harper interrupts it. Saraf is way off. Saraf airballs the three as Devin Vassell comes downhill, going straight on Michael Porter Jr. Oh, he wanted to go for it, but he gets fouled in the air. Maybe a bit of a makeup call. Not sure if Michael Porter Jr. actually pushed him or not, but you know what? That is quite all right. Right now, the Spurs are starting to claw back, right? 14-10, that's exactly what we wanted. We got to get that score centered. Here we go. 14-10 as we get the subs coming in. We got a Bismack sighting, baby. We got a Bismack Biyombo sighting. Boom. Leave some love for Bismack. Give me a biz in chat. B-I-Z, give me a biz, because we got a Bismack sighting in the game with Luke Cornett out of the game. Bismack's already getting into it with Nic Claxton looking unhappy. Look at these guys. They're getting into it already. That is that X factor that Bismack wants. Right now, VJ on the Sixers Rookie of the Year. Hey, could be, I suppose. DJ ain't nothing compared to him. We'll see. Right now, we got Devin Vassell into Bismack. Bismack skipping across Dylan Harper. Looked like he wanted the three, but he's going downhill. Devin Vassell pull up mid. That's got to be butter, right? Every single time, Devin Vassell has been on fire since the end of last game. He's rolling today already with a three. That 2-point bucket. He drew the foul on that drive. Devin Vassell makes it a 2-point game. The Spurs had a pretty rough start to the game. Each team with 3 fouls. Bismack affecting the pass into Claxton. Claxton loses the handle. Stripped again by Keldon Johnson. Claxton doesn't know what to do. And it's back out to Cam Thomas with Bismack on him. Thomas is going to try to abuse it. I'm not sure what happened there. Cam Thomas was forced to take a shot at the end of the shot clock, but it hit the rim, but the ref blew the whistle anyway. It doesn't really matter because right now the Spurs get the ball halfway through the first quarter and we're going back. It's time to go back, tie up this game. Bismack Biyombo with some great defense there on Cam Thomas. Huey did a good job of not fouling. Cam Thomas flailed a bit. Did that hit the rim? Maybe it didn't. Maybe that's why nothing happened after that. But no, this is really, really awesome right now. We got Keldon Johnson looking to inbound the ball right now. So there's a bit of a referee review here. We're not really sure what's going on. It's saying my bad. Not totally sure what happened there, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. The San Antonio Spurs are looking to make a comeback as Dylan Harper is running up the floor with Saraf on him. Dylan Harper giving the pass over to Keldon Johnson, looking to give it to Champagnie at the top of the three-point line, swinging over to Vassell. Keldon on the backdoor cut. Biyombo setting a pin down here for Dylan Harper, who comes up and takes the ball. We're going to see a little PNR here. A little slip there from Bismack Biyombo, and a kick out to three for Keldon Johnson, trying to drive baseline. He's stopped by Saraf. A tough little shot. Count it, and one. Boom, baby. Big body, Keldon Johnson. Bring the jersey into the frame. Big body, man. This guy getting to the rack, doing what he needs to do. Little slow Euro step. I'm really not sure about that foul. Saraf really did not do much, but the Spurs have the chance to take their first lead of the game. Leave some hype in the chat for the Spurs taking their first lead of the game, if he hits it, of course. He still needs to hit the free throw, but it's the chance right now. Real difference maker. Keldon Johnson, 9th all-time for the Spurs in most points off the bench with 1,795. Can he make it 1,796? Yes, he absolutely can. Keldon Johnson nails the free throw. The Spurs go up 15-14. And right now, the Nets, they're reeling. They don't know what to do. They don't know what hit them. The few great defensive possessions in a row, and the San Antonio Spurs have taken the lead as Dylan Harper is hounding the ball right now. He is not making it easy. That's the hustle we saw in Summer League from Dylan Harper, able to lock down ball carriers. The Spurs are navigating these screens very well. Bismack Biyombo doing his job. Falling for the pump fake is Dylan Harper, but Champagnie guarding Thomas on the drive. The kick out. The Brooklyn Nets miss the three. Biyombo tips the ball, but it's going to be Nets ball underneath on the out of bounds play. The Spurs, so far, 15-14 after a very rough start. Stephon Castle having a few turnovers. Wemby coming out of the game for Bismack Biyombo. The Spurs have been really rolling as Harper's going to guard the inbound. A little cut there onto the inside doesn't quite work. Cam Thomas gets the ball back, pulling up from the mid-range shot. That's his shot, and that's going to go down. Cam Thomas is a lethal shooter from three or from mid-range when he gets rolling, but it's all right. You know what I saw most? That possession was Dylan Harper, who drives in, kicks it out. Julian Champagnie, three ball, bang! Let's go. Julian Champagnie with the three ball to put the Spurs back on top. It is now 18-16. Oh my goodness, Champagnie. If he can get himself going, he didn't make a three as the Nets hit a contested three. They were 1 for 7 before that three-pointer. The Spurs played pretty good defense. You know what? The Nets have hit 2 really tough threes so far. But hey, like I was saying, if Champagnie can get going, his only made 3 in the game against the Pelicans was in overtime. But that's all right. The Spurs are playing some great offense right now. Devin Vassell going to the rim, gets stopped. That should be out of bounds. The San Antonio Spurs are going to inbound the ball underneath. It's a good stop by the Brooklyn Nets. We got some substitutions coming as Stephon Castle is checking back into the game for Julian Champagnie, who did just hit the 3. Not sure. Oh, yeah, look at that. Biyombo tipped it out of bounds, but the Nets player was out of bounds on the baseline, and it's going to be Spurs ball underneath. Devin Vassell taking the ball out. This is going to be incredible. We got Keenan in there. Dylan Harper has changed the entire flow of the game. Yes, he has. It's Keldon Johnson. Big body knocking down the 3. Oh, Keldon. My boy Keldon. We got to just rock the jersey. We got to show off the jersey, the Keldon jersey. This guy has been incredible so far. Keldon Johnson making a difference with the and one earlier and the 3. He's up to 6 points on the night. What a great start for Keldon Johnson. Stephon Castle with incredible defense on Cam Thomas. That's a bad shot by Cam Thomas, but the Nets get the O board and put it down over Bismack Biyombo. It's a bit of a shame, but that's okay. 21 all right now, Spurs and Nets, and we're in the first quarter. We're nearing the end of the first quarter here now. The first quarter's coming close to an end. Stephon Castle kicks it out. Keldon is confident. He misses that 3. That was a bit of a heat check. That's okay. You're entitled to that if you're hitting some shots. Right now, the Nets are coming downhill pretty fast. That's a deep 3 that goes long for the Nets. Offensive rebound, no chance. Dylan Harper getting the D board, pushing up to Keldon Johnson, driving in on the break, goes through the defense, right to the rack, and he is fouled. Keldon Johnson is showing off the big body right now. These points off the bench are so key for the San Antonio Spurs. Keldon Johnson is exhibiting that for sure right now. Look at him. Look at those eyes going straight through the defense, getting right to the rack. Could have been an and one, but he got fouled. He's looking to put the Spurs on top with 3:18 left in the first quarter. We got Keldon Johnson at the line, shooting two. Let's see what he can do here. Let's see what Keldon can do, because this guy has been on fire to start the game. Keldon already has a three-point shot. If you missed it, he already has an and one. Keldon Johnson putting up the free throw. The first one is good. It's now 22-21 for the Spurs. Another lead, just a 1-point lead. But Victor Wembanyama and our boy Carter Bryant back in the game. If you are happy for Carter Bryant being in the game, leave a like spike here. We only got 22 likes. We got 100 people in here, though. We got to get those like numbers up for Carter Bryant. And we got a timeout coming. It is now a commercial. We got a commercial break coming up here for the San Antonio Spurs. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, Spurs fans, right now? We got Wemby coming back in. We got Carter Bryant coming back in. Keldon Johnson is going to be at the line shooting one after the commercial. Spurs are up 22-21. How are we feeling about this game so far? Because to me, I'm going to try and center this score a bit better. To me, this is a good start for the Spurs. Because look, the game started off very rough. Stephon Castle did not have a good start to the game. A couple of turnovers. We allowed the Nets to get some transition points. But right now, the Spurs, they're pushing the pace and they're getting to the rack, right? Keldon Johnson being the main guy of that right now. He has a chance to go up to 8 of the Spurs' 23 points if he hits this next free throw. And Wemby really hasn't been much of a factor yet. Yes, he blocked a 3 from Saraf, but the Spurs, like, they've been playing through their bench guys, really. Dylan Harper had a great take to the rack. A nice and one for him. Keldon Johnson with the and one, the 3-ball. Stephon Castle finally getting back in the game, hoping to calm himself down a bit, because Stephon Castle really just needs to, I think, chill a bit. Sometimes he's a bit too intense, right? And that's the thing with young players. When you're as talented as him, you are going to be a little bit intense, right? You're going to want to do everything. The guy had so many turnovers against New Orleans, but that's okay. 9 turnovers, and you still got the win. The win is really what matters. So on the commercial here, we're giving the Spurs a chance to breathe. We got to get Wemby back in there. We got to see what Wemby's going to do. Is Christopher Baskerville says, hey, first time here, I like your style. If ever a game Spurs bets to be here, just subscribe. I need 20 from Wemby. Hey, you know, we might end up doing some of that in the future. We got Keenan, our other host at Spurs Digest, here in the chat. Might be doing some live bets sometime. We'll have to wait and see, but thank you for subscribing, Christopher. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to refresh the subscriber page over here. It's not refreshing live, but hey, that's okay. We got over 10,000 subs. You guys have been subscribing since this stream started. It's great. And right now with the Spurs about to head back to the game, how many points do you think Victor's going to end with now? Because Victor has 0 points so far with 3 minutes left. So I need you guys to tell me, how many points do you think Wemby's going to score? Just type a number before the end of the game. As we end that poll, we all thought, 91% of us thought the Spurs would win this quarter, even though we started down 11-5. I love that. We're now up by 1 with a chance to go up by 2. Is there showing a replay here? Oh, I see. It's Bismack Biyombo setting a nice off-ball screen on Keldon Johnson, trying to, you know, initiate some contact off the ball, but it's really Dylan Harper blowing by the top defender near half court on Brooklyn. That was a tough decision by the Nets defender. As Dylan Harper is able to get downhill, the Nets are forced to collapse, and this is going to lead to that kick out to Julian Champagnie for 3. Collapse from the Nets. Cam Thomas has to abandon Champagnie in the corner. You have no choice, and that's that gravity Dylan Harper has, and it's the same gravity you're going to see De'Aaron Fox have once he comes back. As soon as he gets that first step on a defender, everyone has to scatter. You don't have any choice. You're gonna have to leave people open. Keldon Johnson nails the free throw as the Spurs are now up 23-21 with Victor Wembanyama back in the game. What is happening with Wemby, says Jorge? Nothing yet. He just took a bit of a break in the first quarter, and the Spurs were good with those Bismack minutes. Of course, with Luke Cornett, he is out with an ankle injury. As the whistle is blown, there's going to be a foul. Keenan saying the bench unit has steadied the game. Harper's a natural PG, and Castle's a guy who is not a natural point, but great for small minute segments. Wemby will end with 25. I want to see it over or under 25. Let me know in the chat. You agree with Keenan? Wemby's going to get over 25? I'd love to see as the Nets inbound the ball, but this is a very important stretch for the Spurs. The ball is in Cam Thomas's hands 90% of the time, and Keldon's going to force the jump ball. Great defense. Cam Thomas is being a little bit selfish to start this game. Then again, his teammates are maybe not the best in the world. It's the Brooklyn Nets, but Thomas has been forcing a lot of shots. He's had the ball in his hands quite a bit, as we just got another 4 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Keldon Johnson, big body. Look, even doing this, you can see the muscles flexing from Keldon. This is going to be an important jump ball, because if the Spurs can get this and make this a 2-possession game, that would be such a great way to come back from being down 11-5 with a brutal start. But you're absolutely right, Keenan. I agree that Castle's not a natural one, as Keldon wins the tip, but he tips it so far back it goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Nets ball. I think the shot clock stays, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, still 7 seconds on the shot clock. The Brooklyn Nets only have 7 seconds off of this inbound play on the baseline, so we're going to see what they'll be able to do with it. JP Lovecraft saying something feels different, not only with Wemby, but with the team overall. You're 100% right. The Nets struggle to inbound. It's Cam Thomas again getting the ball a little, oh, what is that? An offensive foul? It's an offensive foul. The San Antonio Spurs are going the other way, baby, with 2:58 left here in the first quarter. The San Antonio Spurs have a chance to make this a 2-possession game on an illegal screen. Stephon Castle doing a great job navigating the screens and everything going on. Dylan Harper's going to take the ball up, and we're going to see what he can create. He's got Cam Thomas on him, who you could argue is the Nets' best player, looking for the handoff, but Stephon Castle's getting guarded very toughly. The Nets are playing some aggressive defense. Keldon Johnson barreling his way to the net, out to Carter Bryant, up to the top to Wemby. Little pick and roll with Harper to the corner. Keldon Johnson launching another three, and he nails it. Keldon Johnson makes it 26-21 for the San Antonio Spurs. Keldon Johnson up to 11 points in this first quarter. It's KJ time, baby. KJ, big body Keldon Johnson putting up another three, leading the Spurs big time in this quarter. Right now, a step back three for the Nets. That's a tough shot. Carter Bryant getting some minutes today with a great contest. The Spurs are coming downhill fast. It's Keldon Johnson staring at the defense. You know he wants it again. Up top to Wemby. Wemby between the legs, trying to drive in. Little spin move, posting up, loses the ball, but a foul is called, and that is going to be bonus. Victor Wembanyama is going to the line to shoot 2 shots. I'm so glad Victor Wembanyama is about to get his chance to put some points on the board. So exciting to see Victor Wembanyama finally get this going, because we want to see him put up some big points today. 2:07 left in the first quarter. And the Nets, ever since that hot start, they were up 11-5. The Spurs are on a 21-10 run for the San Antonio Spurs right now. 21-10 run for the Spurs right now, and Wemby can make this even more, right? Right now, the Spurs have a chance to go on a 23-10 run. Wemby closing his eyes, just like the Shaolin monks, I'm sure, taught him to. Wemby rolling at the free throw line, puts it up, and it's good. Right now, the San Antonio Spurs are up 27-21. I'm so happy. We're putting on this positive music. We got this going back. The San Antonio Spurs are absolutely cooking right now. Again, we knew that this hot start from the Nets probably wasn't sustainable. They hit a couple of very difficult threes. The Spurs defense has been aggressive, and it's been rolling. Victor Wembanyama putting up the second shot, and it bounces in. So the San Antonio Spurs are now up 28-21. And the Brooklyn Nets struggle on the inbound. A bit of a bobbled pass there. Dylan Harper pressuring the ball carrier again very toughly. Harper's hustle on the defensive end has been incredible to witness this season. Wemby in that drop. Carter Bryant closing out to three. Fantastic defense. Jumps in the air, though. The pass goes out to the perimeter, but they don't want to go in the paint. A deep three from the Brooklyn Nets lands short. Victor Wembanyama tips it to Dylan Harper, and off we go on the fast break. Carter Bryant, tries to put the Brooklyn defender on a poster, but gets called for the foul. KJ rubbing his head. Bryant nearly had a crazy highlight right there. Oh my goodness. I don't even think that was a foul. I think Carter Bryant just missed it. He lost the handle a little bit. It was tipped by the Brooklyn defender. My goodness. Carter Bryant is absolutely electric. I think we all know that what this guy is capable of doing. Bryant at the line, putting the shot up. He nails the first shot, 29 points. I love to see Carter Bryant doing what he's doing right now. We had a prediction earlier in the stream that Carter Bryant would get some minutes today, or at least we were hoping. Come on. Let's go. And he drains it. Let's lock in on defense now. Defense, baby. Let's get this going here, because we need the San Antonio Spurs to end this quarter on a high note. We're going to fix up the Spurs score here. It is now 30 points in the first quarter, and Wemby only has 2 of them. Keldon Johnson leading the team right now with 11. Incredible play from him. Keldon Johnson going, good defense on the baseline, but Wemby stops him again. Anytime they get close to Wemby, they can't do anything. All of the Nets' points have come from the perimeter. A contested deep three by the Nets doesn't go again. Stephon Castle soaring in for the rebound with just over a minute left. Castle kicking it down to Carter Bryant. Fakes the three. He's driving in, but there was a whistle, and I think he was out of bounds. And that is all right. That is okay. Carter Bryant, I think, is very excited to be in this game right now. Mitch Johnson's like, come on, you got this. Dylan Harper comes out of the game. We're going to see Jordan McLaughlin make his first appearance of the night right now. We're going to turn it back on some more chill music here. Jordan McLaughlin coming back in. Stephon Castle guarding the point guard for the Brooklyn Nets right now. And Castle, again, we know the Spurs have been smothering the Brooklyn Nets on the perimeter all game long. The Spurs are making it very difficult on the Nets. That's a pretty open three for the Nets. It doesn't go. Bryant tips it up. The Nets go back in, and they're going to call a foul. I'm not sure who they're calling that on. There have been some questionable fouls of guys who have just missed some easy shots, but the Nets are going to be going to the line here with 59.8 seconds left. So we're gonna change the time here. Let's go. Time 59.8. So 59.8 seconds left in the quarter. And it's 30-21 for the San Antonio Spurs, but the Nets go into the line, being able to try and go up a little bit more. Nails the first free throw. It's 30-22. Go to the chat. I'm tired, but not Mac Mill to show up. How much do these wins hurt in any argument that we need Sochan? Nothing. I think it hurts nothing. I think we'll see what the team looks like with Sochan, and I think there's a world where we look better with Sochan, right? And if you look better with Jeremy Sochan, then that already increases his value right back. So it's now 30-23 for the Spurs. Just a couple shots left before the first quarter comes to an end. Stephon Castle's getting pressured pretty tough coming up the court. Passes it over to Wemby, though. That's a really bad pass by Stephon Castle. Castle's turnover problems have been rough, but he nearly gets the strip right back on the fast break. He pokes the ball away, but the Nets, they try to make a cross-court pass, and it's Carter Bryant flying out of nowhere, intercepting that pass, sending it out of bounds with 41.3 seconds left. The San Antonio Spurs are going to try and lock in on defense. Let's go. Let's lock in on defense here, baby. Defense. We need a stop right now. We need the Spurs to get a stop. Come on. 30-23. You'd love to end this quarter on a high note. The pass goes in. Carter Bryant's guarding the ball. Jordan McLaughlin trying to fight through the screen. Right now, a couple crossover dribbles trying to get into the paint. But you know, when Wemby's there, he's going to deflect it. Wemby gets the steal. I hope that's credit for a steal. McLaughlin gets coming the other way. Let's go. Carter Bryant going up. Victor Wembanyama catches it, and he is fouled. He does put it in, but I don't think that's going to count. So Victor Wembanyama is going to be going to the line because right now the Nets are in bonus. They're complaining about the foul call. There have been some pretty weak calls right now, but the Spurs have a chance to go up 9 with 27.3 seconds remaining. Leave some love for the San Antonio Spurs. Leave a like on this stream if you want the Spurs to win. And if you don't like, the Spurs will lose. And I don't think you want the Spurs to lose. So I think obviously you should hit like. Right now, Victor Wembanyama heading to the line, puts up the first shot, and it's good. 31-23 for the San Antonio Spurs. Wemby getting on the board. You know, he got a steal, he's got a block. He just needs to get those points, got some rebounds. We need Sochan's energy in defense. It's different. I completely agree. King J. Vanquish saying, how do you think Luke Cornett's going to do? How do you think Luke Cornett is going to do now being on the Spurs? He's already looked absolutely unbelievable. The French vanilla lineup has been way better than we expected, but he tweaked his ankle. Victor Wembanyama misses the free throw. Okay, so the quarter keeps going. I was already putting the score up. But Cornette has looked incredible in these minutes, especially without Wembanyama. The team defense stays elite with Wemby off the floor. Castle getting put in the pick and roll. Wemby doing this drop coverage. You're not too worried about the Nets pulling up for three. Wemby intercepting. It's off the Nets player's knee. Ooh, I actually think that was off of Victor Wembanyama. I'm not sure. The Nets are using the challenge as the ball goes off of, I thought it went off of Wemby's knee and out of bounds, but Martin was very adamant that it was off of the Spurs. So let's take a look at this replay. The Nets are using the challenge. Yeah, that is definitely off of Wemby, unless it hits Martin's leg. McLaughlin coming in from the back, poking that ball away. It does hit Wemby. That does not hit Martin. This challenge is going to be successful for the Brooklyn Nets, as they're going to get the ball back with 10.8 seconds left in the first quarter. That is a very interesting challenge, and you know, hey, if it's right, it's right. So I think this is very fair. It's a good challenge, and it's going to work. We're going to see what the refs do. But in the meantime, the San Antonio Spurs are up by 8 here, and it's been a sloppy quarter. I mean, this is exactly what we've been talking about here on the show, is that, you know, the San Antonio Spurs, they've been a bit sloppy. They're still young. They make some mistakes, but they find ways to keep the lead in these games, and they're up 31-23 now, despite Castle having some brutal turnovers, some easy missed shots for the Spurs, and we're still winning. So I'm very, very happy about this. We got the King J saying Cornette is the best signing in years, hands down. Completely agree. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but I'm very, very confident. There's a stat on the screen right now. Since 2023-24, how many games with at least 8 blocks? Victor Wembanyama has 9 of them. The rest of the NBA has 4. The rest of the NBA has 4 blocks, as we're still waiting for the result of the challenge, but I think we're all excited right now for the San Antonio Spurs heading into the end of this quarter. 31-23 is a great lead, but the Brooklyn Nets will get the ball out of bounds with 10.8 seconds left. Spurs are 4 for 8 from 3. The Nets have already taken 13 threes, and they've only made 2. The thing is, the Brooklyn Nets, those 2 threes that they did make were both smothered threes. One from Michael Porter Jr. I'm not sure who the other person was, but 2 for 13 from 3, and both of the threes were highly contested. The San Antonio Spurs have played some great defense on the Nets so far. Not 100% of the time, but we've played good enough defense that, honestly, this shouldn't even be as close as it is. And I'm not sure what's going on right here. Is that a foul call on Carter Bryant off the ball? I don't really like that call. Carter Bryant is not happy. He's saying it's not a foul. It's not a foul. You can read his lips, at least I can, and he is not happy about that call. Heading back into chat, is this end of this first quarter is taking ages. They actually changed it to 10.9 on the clock. But yeah, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Not sure what the ref saw there, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. The Nets are going to shoot a free throw here. Let's see. Are you going to make it? You are going to make it. It's now 31-24, and the Nets get the ball with 10.9 seconds left. They did change the clock to 10.9. So let's have a look and see what happens here at the end, as I believe that was Clowney who hit the free throw. What is going to happen here? The Brooklyn Nets are inbounding under the Spurs net with 10 seconds left in the quarter, struggling to find someone to pass it into Clowney with Carter Bryant draped all over him. Stephon Castle falls, and that's going to be a foul on Brooklyn, which means the Spurs take control of the ball with 8.1 seconds left in the quarter as Stephon Castle goes flying like Superman. What happened here? I'm not really sure. That looked like it was out of bounds regardless. Stephon Castle trips on Carter Bryant's leg, falls to the ground, and Brooklyn gets called for a foul. These referees are not on their A game tonight. There have been some highly questionable calls, but you know what? We take it. San Antonio Spurs, which is 8 seconds left. Stephon Castle driving down the floor. Keldon Johnson gets the ball, bullying his way, trying to get to the rim. Little fadeaway in the paint. Can't get it to go. That's the end of the first quarter. The first quarter ends with a 31-24 lead for the San Antonio Spurs. How are we feeling, everyone? I'm feeling positive. Let's rise up. Dramatic rise. The Spurs are going to come in and they're going to win this game. We got to leave these predictions right now. All right. Leave an S for Spurs. S for Spurs and N for Nets. Who do you think's going to win? We got to get this going again. We sent it earlier. We got to get you guys going as we're heading into the commercial, the break. Quarter 1 is over. 31-24 for the San Antonio Spurs. How are we feeling? I want to see you all in chat. I'm going to try and read as many chats as I can. Priority does go to channel members or super chats. By the way, you guys know we got these channel emotes as well. If you want the Wemby Alien, the Chef Brian Wright, Greg, Coach Popovich, Tim Duncan, that's all the stuff you can get if you become a channel member. We got N. We got Volone Magzi Andin saying N for the Nets, but we got a lot of S's for the San Antonio Spurs. A lot of S's for the Spurs, as you should. So right now, you know, this is what I've been talking about, right? The Spurs, when you have such a sloppy quarter, like I think that was, minus some good defensive possessions, there were some questionable fouls, some brutal turnovers. You have that kind of quarter, and you can still come out of it with a 7-point lead, scoring 31 points, on pace for 124. That is pretty good. But we do have a couple of people, well, it's actually the same person saying N for the Nets in chat, but that's okay. That is quite all right. Make a Boris Diaw emoji. I should make like a Boris Diaw espresso shot. I think that would be cool. But you know what? We only have 4 emoji slots right now, and we don't unlock more emojis until we get more channel members. So, look, if you guys want more emojis, you got to become channel members. That just is what it is. Can I say, once I heard Josh's Spanish, I was very impressed. Excelente. Muchas gracias, moradors. I only speak a little bit of Spanish. I only learned a bit. I think I could hold a conversation if I were to speak to a Spanish speaker, but, you know, I think I got the accent. But I will say, I do actually speak French. I speak fluent French. So, you know, that is all right. If there's any French speakers in chat, I'd love to speak French with you, because that one I'm actually more confident in talking in than I am in Spanish, but, you know, that'll be all right. King J is saying we're going to be so much better in the turnover column when Fox gets back, and I actually really agree with that, because Stephon Castle, like Keenan pointed out earlier, is that Stephon Castle is not really a natural one, right? We see these passes he's trying to make, and they're really not, like, these passes are not passes that a typical point guard would make, right? He's really trying to force it a lot of the time, or he's not making the quickest reads. But it's not something that he was expected to do. Castle is at his best when he's going downhill, he's slashing off ball, and when he's hitting this three, he's on too. But right now he's trying to make these plays that a guy like, De'Aaron Fox would try to make, and it's just not working. So as we start quarter two with 12 minutes. Here we go. The Brooklyn Nets are inbounding the ball, and we are underway in the second quarter. Let's lock in on defense. Let's see what we can do here at the start of the second quarter. We got McLaughlin, we got Castle, we got Wemby, we got Barnes, and we got Champagnie. A little bit of shooting out on the floor there with McLaughlin, Barnes, and Champagnie as Wemby nearly forces the turnover there. The Brooklyn Nets are struggling to find a pass. Wemby deflects it. It's a 3 for the Brooklyn Nets, and it is way off a brick. Let's go. Going the other way. Stephon Castle coming down the floor again pretty quickly. Hesitation into Julian Champagnie. I thought he was about to do something good. Bonjour, je suis français. Go Spurs, go Spurs, go. Vive la France. Merci beaucoup pour tous nos partisans, tous nos fans de France. Victor Wembanyama couldn't get the rebound. I can't really do commentary in French. I could try, but... Non, mais oui, je parle complètement le français. J'habitais à Québec pour plusieurs années, donc oui, mais moi j'ai pris l'immersion française aussi, donc je parle français. Si tu veux parler en français, je peux faire un peu plus de contenu en français si vous voulez. Thank you. We're going back to English for now. Can't do too much French, but that's all right. The Brooklyn Nets did just score. So it's now 31-26. And right now, it's Victor Wembanyama again, who has really not gotten going this game. They're not falling for his pump fakes. A little rip through. And I'm not sure what that was. Was it a foul on the rip through? Victor Wembanyama has looked a little bit off so far this game. I think I agree with some commenters that he looks a little bit tired. I'm not really sure what's going on, but there is maybe it was a defensive 3 seconds as Julian Champagnie's going to take this free throw, and we know he's going to nail it, right? I think I spoke too soon. Julian Champagnie misses the free throw. That's the Spurs' second missed free throw of the game, and that has been a big problem for the San Antonio Spurs so far. Only 60% in the first game, 65% last game. Keenan, a nice little long shot bet for this game. Dylan Harper plus 10 assists, plus 320 on FanDuel. That could be interesting. Again, Harper has been the primary playmaker tonight as there's another foul called on the Brooklyn Nets. 10:45 to go. It's on... I think it was off ball. Yeah, this is really interesting. The Nets... already off to a rough start here. Day'Ron Sharpe actually picks up his 3rd foul of the game. He has 4 points and 3 fouls. As there's 14 on the shot clock with Stephon Castle about ready to inbound Victor Wembanyama. And the horn is sounding and the Nets are making a sub. The Nets are dragging this game out so far, aren't they? Brandon Alex saying, go Spurs, go. Saying, will Wembanyama get 10 blocks or more? So far this game, I think he only has 1. So I think 10 blocks is a bit of a long shot, but you really never know. The Nets are really not challenging Wemby. They are not going anywhere near him on the offensive end. They're sticking to the outside, which I think is bodes better for a Spurs win. Oh my goodness, the footwork from Wemby. What did I just watch? Oh my goodness, that is super Wemby right there. That was absolutely absurd. That Hakeem footwork into the step through, the contested left-handed shot. It was good defense too. Stephon Castle gets hit in the face by Michael Porter Jr. There's no call as the Spurs are trying to lock down on defense. They see Wemby in the paint and they don't want to go near him, but they pass out to Claxton for the little float jump shot, and that's going to make it 28 for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game, I think. Wait, it still says 26. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it is 26. Maybe I counted that wrong. There you go, 33-26. That's my bad. 33-26 for the Brooklyn Nets. Victor Wembanyama, a little step back jumper. Doesn't quite go. The Nets get the rebound, and we're going the other way. Michael Porter Jr. coming down the floor. You know he wants to pull up for that 3. He's already looking for it, but he passes over to Saraf. He takes a highly contested 3. Porter Jr. is off by a mile as Wemby gets the board, and he's slowing it down, looking up the floor. Beautiful pass from McLaughlin inside to Champagnie, and he gets fouled. Champagnie is going to go to the line to shoot 2. He just missed that defensive 3 seconds free throw. You know he's going to want to make up for that. 9:38 left to go in the second quarter, and the Spurs are up 7 with Champagnie going to the line. A great little play there. Wemby passing to McLaughlin with the quick inside pass to Champagnie. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's try and get these free throws. You got to make these free throws, Julian. This is where men are made. Come on, Julian, let's go. Ton français est bon, merci Cyrus. J'espère que c'est bon parce que je travaillais complètement en français pour 2 ans. Donc, si c'était pas bon, ça serait mal. Ça me ferait du mal. But no, again, English is the first language. Where I live, I speak English, so we're good. Champagnie does make the first free throw, and there we go. It's going to be 34 for the Spurs. Champagnie puts up the second, and he does make it. It's 35-26. The Spurs cannot, or 35-28. I knew I didn't have it wrong. It was the score bug in the game that had it wrong. 35-28. The Spurs have not been able to get out to that elusive 10-point lead yet, but right now I think they're going pretty good as the Nets take another 3. Michael Porter Jr. will shoot anything that touches his hands, and that makes it 31 for the Nets. Porter Jr. is really rolling from three so far this game. He's got 7 points. He's 2 for 3 from the field. Both his makes are contested threes. Wemby over to Harrison Barnes on the wing, trying to make the entry pass to Wemby, but there is another foul. Another off-ball foul by the Brooklyn Nets, and they can't keep their hands off of the Spurs players. And that just goes to show how impactful the Spurs are off-ball. And that off-ball movement is so big. And might I also just add that the off-ball movement is going to be even better with guys like Jeremy Sochan and even De'Aaron Fox back into the lineup. And Luke Kornet, who for the center position is historically a very, very good off-ball scorer. We got McLaughlin over to Wemby on the right side here, above the break, passing down to Stephon Castle. The Nets are playing some pretty smothering defense. McLaughlin to the corner, Harrison Barnes fading away for three, can't quite get there. Wemby can't get the offensive rebound, and they call a foul on Wemby. These refs are blowing the whistle if there's even a little tiny bit of touch, and I'm not a big fan of what I'm seeing from the referees so far, but it's all right. They're really blowing the whistle as much as they want to, as Dylan Harper and Bismack Biyombo are coming back into the game. Wemby is coming out with only 8:57 left in the second quarter. Wemby has not been off to a good start. I mean, like, let's just call it how it is right now. Let me actually bring up the box score over here on my other monitor, so I can take a look at what Wemby has right now. Victor Wembanyama, 5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 assists, which is good, but not the Victor Wembanyama that we're used to. As Michael Porter Jr. takes a tough fadeaway, doesn't get it to go. Dylan Harper's going to be going downhill the other way. Good to see him back into the game. The Spurs are trying to make this... I mean, I don't know, just take a bigger lead. Bismack Biyombo here at the top of the key, passing over. Stephon Castle, little pick and roll action with Biyombo. Skip pass to Julian Champagnie once again, wide open in the corner, and it is a Champagnie 3-bomb. He has been on fire this game. Julian Champagnie, attaboy. This is exactly what the Spurs need him to do. When Victor Wembanyama's not getting going, we need the other guys to step up. Champagnie gets the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Dylan Harper, who's going straight at the rim and misses the lay-in. No, he misses the lay-in, but Harper cannot save it. It's going to be going to the Brooklyn Nets. Dylan Harper, he knows that he should have made that. He got right to the rack on that fast break after the Nets miss. Champagnie with the beautiful outlet feed. Harper just couldn't finish at the net. He was a bit too excited, a bit too hard off the rim, but that is okay. 8:07 left here in the second quarter, sorry, as the Nets are coming downhill. Keep smashing Brooklyn Nets. We got Valone, who's a big Nets fan in chat, as there is another whistle. Bro, are you kidding me? This is just going on and on and on. Might as well update the time. It's now 7:59 left here. 7:59 left in the quarter. That was a beautiful outlet pass from Champagnie as we see the replay of Dylan Harper getting right to the rack. Just missing the layup. Full speed, couldn't quite get it. Look, he is a lefty trying to finish with the right. Not saying that's 100% what happened, but my goodness, the Nets pulling up again for a contested three. It's not going to work. The Nets are taking a lot of bad shots. They're forcing a lot. Stephon Castle getting into the key. Little jump shot from around the free throw line. Gets it to go. Stephon Castle making the Spurs, giving the Spurs, I should say, a 9-point lead. Very close to that elusive 10-point lead right now. Stephon Castle with 6 points on the game, though he does have 3 turnovers. He's going to have to clean that up. Michael Porter Jr. gets a great look from 3, and you cannot leave Michael Porter Jr. open. The Nets have been running a lot of plays to get Michael Porter Jr. the ball above the break and just fire these contested threes. That one, though, was open. The Spurs' defensive coverage was not good enough. Stephon Castle tries to get it right back, though, coming downhill, and one. Stephon Castle, let's go. Fire for that. Leave a like for Stephon Castle. Like spike coming in. That's Stephon Castle going right to the rim. He's spiking through your defense, spearing through your defense. That's exactly what we need. Giving the Spurs 42 points. Stephon Castle giving the Spurs a chance to go up by 9 again, driving right into the defense. Beautiful strength shown from Stephon Castle. He has been rolling, absolutely rolling. So let's see what he can do. Can he knock down this free throw? This is going to be, oh, well, Biyombo fell over him when he was trying to help him up. But hey, that is absolutely okay. That is absolutely all right. Yeah, actually, if I look at the box score, I can actually see what's happening before my own stream is showing it. But still, Spurs hangover from McCartney last night. Hungover from McCartney. Hey, very well could be. As Stephon Castle putting up the shot on the free throw, and he does make it. That'll make it 43-34 for the San Antonio Spurs. Stephon Castle up to 7 points on the night, and is guarding Cam Thomas, guarding the ball right here. Vassell trying to fight through the screen. Little double screen there. Let's see here. Michael Porter Jr. coming downhill. Little floater, a bit short. Spurs get the rebound. It's Stephon Castle going downhill the other way. Stephon Castle over to Dylan Harper, down to the corner. Devin Vassell contested 3. Bang! Devin Vassell giving the Spurs a huge lead. It is now 46-34. Devin Vassell knocking down the 3 with 6:56 remaining in the second quarter. The San Antonio Spurs are out to a massive lead as we're heading to commercial break. It's Devin Vassell, baby. What a shot from him. He has been cooking right now as we go over and take a look at what is Devin Vassell's stat line. Devin Vassell has 8 points on 3 for 5 shooting in just 9 minutes so far. The Spurs have been getting a really balanced scoring effort here as we're in commercial break. So right now, we're hyped for the San Antonio Spurs because of a few things. But mainly, so far tonight, the shooting. Let me just read this out. Harrison Barnes is 0 for 3 from 3. That's fine. Champagnie is 2 for 2. Devin Vassell is 2 for 3. Keldon Johnson is 2 for 3. All from 3-point range. The San Antonio Spurs are now 6 for 11 from 3, while the Brooklyn Nets are 4 for 18. San Antonio Spurs shooting. It's what's going to help them in this game. It's what's going to help them the rest of the season. We get a little break from the action here now. But to see the Spurs right now, this is what I'm impressed with. Luke Kornet, not in the lineup. De'Aaron Fox, not in the lineup. Right, of course. Jeremy Sochan, not in the lineup. Victor Wembanyama's backup right now is Bismack Biyombo. However, the San Antonio Spurs are still off to a 12-point lead with some great minutes without Wemby on the floor. Here's a fun fact. If you look at the plus-minus for this game, Victor Wembanyama is a -2 in this game, where we have a 12-point lead. Jordan McLaughlin is a -5. Dylan Harper is a +23. Dylan Harper is a +23 halfway through the second quarter. I'm going to type that in chat. Is a +23 halfway through the second. Insane. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're going to go back into the chat here. Keenan saying Castle is so much better when he's thinking shoot first. Castle coming off of off-ball screens and working within 5 to 7 dribbles when he's at his best. I completely agree, Keenan. And it's why, like you were saying earlier, and I agree, giving Castle these primary point guard type roles where he's running the offense is not where he's at his best. If you ask me, if you're running a lineup without Dylan Harper or De'Aaron Fox in it, you should run your offense through Wembanyama to some extent. Just give it to him in the high post, let him facilitate. I know they do a lot, but Stephon Castle has been struggling to really create in that traditional point guard role. So it is what it is, but still, right now, it's the Spurs are looking to come off get a huge lead here. 46-34 in the second quarter with 6:56 to go. We're coming back to the action. Now, again, this stream is behind what is actually happening. So if you're watching on ESPN, you might be seeing some spoilers here right now. But yeah, I mean, the Spurs are ready to go here. Home opener at Frostbank Center. I know we're all excited. I think Spurs will go off in the second half. I think they will too, as there's a foul called on Stephon Castle. That will be his second, I believe. So that's all right. Or was that on Dylan Harper? I think that was on Stephon Castle. Yeah, I think that was Stephon Castle. But that's okay. That is okay. That is very, very, very okay. 6:51 left here. And Keldon Johnson's actually going to come into the game for Stephon Castle here, which is interesting. But Stephon Castle has been rolling right now so far for the Spurs. I mean, like, some great plays by him. But we're going to have to see how the Spurs can lock in defensively. Now, Castle comes out of the game. We still have Dylan Harper in the game. We still have Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell is guarding the ball carrier, Cam Thomas. We're seeing some 24-on-24 action a lot of this game here. We got Harrison Barnes guarding the ball handler. And Devin Vassell is just kind of ready to double Cam Thomas here. This is interesting. Interesting defensive strategy employed by the Spurs. Cam Thomas can't get anything to go. It's kicked out. The Nets driving in. Nearly lose the ball. They get it back. Cam Thomas pull up. He misses. But Nic Claxton with the putback dunk, and that's going to, that's going to hurt. You don't like to see when Nic Claxton gets that putback dunk, but the Spurs are going to come down the other way, try and restore, they're already at a 10-point lead, but let's get to 12. Why not? Claxton has 8 points on 3 for 4 shooting, which is a great night for the Nets big man. Bismack Biyombo here at the 45 outside the 3-point line, dribbling around. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Little handoff to Devin Vassell. Dev's going downhill, looking for the pull-up mid. That would be contested if he were to take it. He gets his dribble back. A little fading lefty runner. Doesn't quite go. Bismack with the offensive rebound, though. Bismack kicks it out. Harrison Barnes winding up for 3. He doesn't get it to go either, but Keldon Johnson getting the offensive board. In the absence of Luke Kornet, it's the other guys who are stepping up and getting these rebounds. Dylan Harper coming downhill right at the rack, around the horn and in. It's Dylan Harper, our boy. What a finish, making up for that missed right-handed layup on the fast break earlier. Dylan Harper is doing exactly what we wanted to see from him. With 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter, Harper is absolutely rolling. Nets pull up from 3. and that's going to go, and that's going to be an and one as Bismack Biyombo gets his feet under the shooter, Cam Thomas, with 5:25 left here in the second quarter. The Nets are going to go to the line for a chance for a 4-point play. Bismack, yep, you can't do that, man. That's dangerous, Bismack. Landed right under Cam Thomas's feet. Nothing you can do. So, they're going to look for a flagrant on Bismack Biyombo at the moment. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get a flagrant on that, but that's okay. If not for Claxton's contract, I'd gladly take him over Sochan. That's interesting. I think Claxton brings a very different need to the team. I think Claxton would be more of a Cornet type role. Sochan's a lot more mobile and can play the 4 and can shoot a bit better than Nic Claxton. I understand the sentiment, but I would rather have Cornet and Sochan than have Claxton on the team, to be honest. Harper looks so good, says King J. I completely agree. By the way, guys, reminder, pinned comment here. You want this sweater? I wear this sweater all the time. Dylan Harper. You can't get that at the Spurs store. You can only get that at the link pinned there in the live chat. Die Hard Addicts. It's our merch, our sponsored merch. Go check it out. 10% off if you use code DIGEST. Shout out to you for being here. Guys, let's try and hit 50 likes here on this stream. Let's get another 7 likes. Let's get this going a little bit because we need some love for our Spurs. That's an and one play. They're reviewing for a flagrant foul because Bismack Biyombo landed under his feet. We need the Spurs to feel our love here coming into this live stream. Come on. We got to get things going. All right. I'm going to turn up maybe the music a little bit. Yeah, maybe you can hear the music now, but that's okay. All right. So, San Antonio Spurs are still waiting right now. They're reviewing Bismack Biyombo's. I don't really know what's going on here. Like, they see the play. Like, we all see the play. So what's going on here? I mean, okay, this is getting a bit intense. This is getting a bit intense here. I'm worried that they're actually going to call a flagrant here because that did not look intentional. Yes, he did land under Cam Thomas's feet. That is a foul. I don't know. I think the refs see what happened. I don't understand what's the review. Either call it a flagrant or don't call it a flagrant. Like, there's no extra replays needed in my mind. The refs are dragging this game out way more than it should be. I mean, we're already at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're an hour into this game, and there's still 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. There's been a whistle every 2 minutes, but, you know, that's okay. That's okay. We have Victor Mena. Victor saying, Wembanyama MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Yep, they upgraded it. It's a flagrant foul. Flagrant 1 for Bismack Biyombo for contesting a 3 from Cam Thomas for getting in his landing space. Look, that's something the NBA has really made a point to change, to really make sure that the league, like, you know, you don't want people landing on other people's feet. Look, I understand after the whole Kawhi thing, but this sucks. A flagrant foul. Bismack picks up a flagrant. And Cam Thomas is going to the line here for the and one. And we'll see if he can put it in. Not great. Not great right now. Not great for the San Antonio Spurs. Cam Thomas nails the free throw. So I guess that was the first part of the and one. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know how the flagrant worked with that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Why do we even start him? Dude's a liability out there. Not sure who you're talking about, Josh. Why do we even start who? Which one? Either way. Mark said, love your enthusiasm, Josh. Thank you so much. WTF, yeah, I don't understand that flagrant, but hey, you know what? It's all right. It's all right. Like, I do understand it. I don't like it. It's by the book. I can't really complain because it's by the book, but that is what it is. Devin Vassell getting hard screened here as Harrison Barnes is guarding the ball. Bismack is staying under the net. You got to imagine we're going to see Victor Wembanyama very soon. Cam Thomas with the fading deep 3. Cam Thomas is not very fun to watch. Sorry, I shouldn't be crapping on Cam Thomas. Like, he's a fantastic player, but don't love that. Wide open 3 for the Nets. Can't get it to go. That's going to be off Claxton. The Spurs are going the other way with 5:05 left here in the second quarter. So, Victor Wembanyama is ready to check back into the game after the Spurs managed to get the ball to go out of bounds. Victor Wembanyama is entering the game for Harrison Barnes. And we're going to have to see what happens here next. 48-40 for the San Antonio Spurs with 5:05 left here in the second quarter. Victor looking down, looking ready. Victor's looking ready to do something. And the Nets coach, of course, is talking to the ref. Hey, ref, let's talk about... Oh my God, man. Like, just leave it alone. That's all right. We got Wemby back in the game. We got some excitement back here. We got Dylan Harper taking the ball down the floor, looking at Igor Demon. Harper comes off the screen, looking out, kicking out to Victor Wembanyama, looking for the little jump shot. Doesn't quite get it. Dylan Harper stays in bounds? How did he stay in bounds? Devin Vassell over to Wemby with a pump fake 3, and he nails it! Victor Wembanyama with an absolutely ridiculous 3-ball. I don't know what happened there, but Victor Wembanyama puts the Spurs up 11 with that crazy 3, and that's going to be a timeout for the Brooklyn Nets as we head to commercial. What a shot from Victor Wembanyama. Unbelievable. Let's go, Wemby. Get him in here. Oh my goodness, the laser eyes. Victor Wembanyama absolutely bringing the drama right now to this game. I don't know what that was. Passed it down to Harper. Harper nearly lost out of bounds. Harper with a great play to throw it from the baseline back to the top of the three-point line while on his butt. Kicked over to Wembanyama, who takes a hesitation 3. Spurs are up 11. Leave some love for Victor. I type a V in the chat for Victor Wembanyama. I want to see the letter V all through the chat for Victor. What a shot from Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs are now up 51-40. As we go back to the box score, let me check what's going on. Victor Wembanyama is now at 8 points on the night with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Only 2 for 6 shooting from Wemby, but that's 1 for 1 from 3. Unbelievable stuff. So the Spurs right now, the depth scoring is what is helping propel the Spurs right now. Yeah, I want to see some more V's in chat for Victor. Let's go. Vlone is still a big time Nets fan, of course. We got 150 people in here. We got 50 likes. Thank you for being here. 8 points for Julian Champagny, 8 points for Victor Wembanyama, 8 points for Devin Vassell, 7 points for Stephon Castle, 11 points for Keldon Johnson. We got 5 players. 5 players that are on pace for about 15 points this game. That is an unbelievable team-oriented start, and there's actually 4:43 left in the game here, in the second quarter here. Now let me actually change the timestamp. But look at that, there we go. We got the fighting. We got the V versus no, Vlone. We got a Nets fan in here. We got our Spurs fans fighting against them. Oh, I love this. I love this. We need a Victor snapping a baguette Hulk-style animation. That might be a good animation, actually. We need some more animations right now. Look at the fighting happening in the chat between Brandon and Vlone. This is what we're talking about. We got so many people hyped for this right now. My goodness. All right, we're getting close to halftime here. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about the San Antonio Spurs? 51-40 and not winning. And V is, that's right, Victor's about to take it. Victor, V for Victor. We got Vlone, who starts with V, is not typing the V in chat. The Spurs are absolutely rolling right now. Bring back that positive music. Oh my goodness, I am so happy to see the Spurs off to this great start. What if the Spurs do, poor Vlone, we got a lone Nets fan in here, but that's all right. Still on commercial break here right now, but the game's about to come back, and we're about to get right back to the action. We got the cinematic shot of the net, but we got the block of the night on that Saraf 3. Insane that Wemby blocked that. That was earlier in the first quarter. Saraf took a 3. Wemby blocked it. Wemby also has a great block. They gave him credit for that block there on Nic Claxton. Great little fingertip on it. 2 blocks for Wemby, of course. He's got 8 and 7 and 2 and 2 and 1. And that's an a not great half for Victor Wembanyama. Hoping he can do something here before the quarter ends. As the ball gets inbounded, here we're underway again with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Julian Champagny is picking up the ball handler, Terrence Mann. We got people fighting in the chat for Victor or the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, we absolutely love that. We got to have GSG. Type some GSG in the chat. We got to send the Spurs our energy here. Go Spurs, go. GSG. And you know what? I'm going to send some alien emotes too. Get those alien emotes in chat. Let's go. Okay, we got the positive music here. The Spurs now have 5 fouls, though, so the Nets will be going to the line due to that off-ball foul. Let's get some defense chance, even though he's at the free throw line. Defense, baby. Let's get this going here. Are the Nets going to score? Is Cam Thomas going to knock down the first one? He absolutely does. Cam Thomas has a pretty pure shot. It's now a 10-point lead for the Spurs. We're going to see if Cam Thomas makes the second. I assume he's probably going to, because he's a good free throw shooter. There we go. We got the GSGs in chat. The fans are active. Cam Thomas going for the second make, and he gets it. Spurs 51-42 with 4:30 left in the second quarter. And we're going to have to see, a turnover as the Nets get it back underneath the net. I don't know what happened there. The Spurs deflected, though. Harper nearly gets in. That's another foul. Dylan Harper gets called for the foul for bumping Cam Thomas, and it's going to be Cam Thomas going back to the line. This is a sloppy end of the quarter. Look, the Spurs were up big. They were up 51-40. And now the Nets have a chance to make it a 7-point game. That is not what you want to see if you're a San Antonio Spurs fan. because right now, you need everything you can get from your boys. You need to get out here and go into half with a big lead. This Brooklyn Nets team, as they've shown time and time again, they are capable scorers. They're very, very capable scorers. And so if you just allow them to keep getting to the free throw line, to keep getting good looks, they're going to make you pay. And right now, Cam Thomas has a chance to make it a 7-point game, and he does. With 4:22 left in the second quarter, Keldon Johnson's inbounding into into Dylan Harper. Devin Vassell running up the floor on the left side. We got Champagnie, and we have Wemby. Keldon Johnson's playing the 4 right now. Wemby above the break. Nice little pass into Harper. Kicks it out to Keldon Johnson. Wemby puts up the 3. Won't go. Rebound goes to the Brooklyn Nets. And Devin, they're coming down the floor very quickly. Cam Thomas gets the ball fast. Guarded by Julian Champagnie. Pushes his way through. Looking for the kick out to Mann. Mann hesitates. Could have had a nice 3 there. Pulls up from mid instead. And he misses. Dylan Harper comes down with the rebound with 3:53 left in the second. Harper over to Wembanyama. Wemby's going downhill on Claxton. You can see the move coming a mile away. A little fadeaway jumper. And of course he nails it. Victor Wembanyama putting up a nice bucket. That's 10 points on the game for Wemby. 10.7 rebounds. He's only shooting 3 for 8 from the field, but he has been incredibly impactful. Cam Thomas takes the fading 3-pointer. That won't go. Wembanyama tips up the board, and it's going to Dylan Harper. Harper coming downhill. He sees Wemby running the alley-oop, and that's going to be a foul for sure. That's a foul on Nic Claxton for pulling down Victor Wembanyama's arm with 3:29 left in the second quarter. Victor Wembanyama should be going to the line. Well, he will be, because they're in bonus either way. There we go. Time to get some points here. Victor Wembanyama heading to the line, trying to make this a 10-point game. Once again, we need the energy. S all the way. That's right. Spurs all the way, baby. Victor Wembanyama looking, closing his eyes. Make this a 10-point game. He missed a free throw earlier. We need this from you, Victor. We need this from you, Victor. Make it. He, rattled it in. A little off the front rim, off the back rim, off the backboard, and in action, but it's 54-44. It's now a 10-point game as Michael Porter Jr. checks back in for the Brooklyn Nets. He has been hot this game from 3, and we're going to see what Victor Wembanyama can do. Can he get the second free throw to put the Spurs up by 11? His free throw shooting has looked a bit shaky tonight. He's missed 1, and some of these free throws don't look so good. Victor misses the second, and Nic Claxton comes down with the rebound with 3:27 left now in the quarter. Coming down the floor, the Brooklyn Nets, I believe that's Clowney with the ball. Michael Porter Jr., that's Demon back up top. Keldon Johnson contested by Dylan Harper, jumping at the shot. Clowney comes with it. Cam Thomas got the ball back in his hands from Julian Champagnie down to Nic Claxton. There's a back cut there. Cam Thomas trying to get the ball back. That looked like a moving screen from Claxton, but it's not. Claxton, open 3. He misses it at the end of the shot clock. Devin Vassell is coming the other way, but there's a foul here. Dylan Harper and Clowney are both down on the ground, and I'm not sure who got the foul. I believe that's going to go against Clowney. Loose ball foul on Clowney, which means Dylan Harper is going to be shooting 2 free throws to try and put the Spurs back up by 12. Good job by Dylan Harper. They kind of, it's tough. They both went down together. You know what? That's all right. It's okay. 3:02 here left in the quarter. We got Dylan Harper going to the line for 2. Vic is gassed. We need meaningful Biyombo mins in the second half. Biyombo's already played some meaningful minutes. Like, that's the thing, right? It looks like... Is that a coach's challenge coming from the Nets on that loose ball foul? We'll have to see, but we're going to a break either way with the Spurs up 10 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. More Otter saying, do you think all the lobs bugs pop on any level? I wonder what his real thoughts are on this offense. I think that when you have Victor Wembanyama, it's okay to throw lobs. Like, I think even... Oh, yeah, it is a coach's challenge. They challenged the foul call here on Clowney. And I think that, we'll see if that gets overturned. But I think even if you're Coach Pop, it doesn't matter who you are. If you have Victor Wembanyama on your team, you can throw the ball above the rim where no one else is going to be able to get it. And I think that, you could argue, is just the best pass on any given night. If you just, it is the best pass to pass to the guy who is above the rim. Just like when Chris Paul was in LA, the best pass was to Blake Griffin or DeAndre Jordan. Challenge unsuccessful for the Brooklyn Nets. That's what I was listening into. Challenge is unsuccessful. The Spurs are still going to go to the line. That is very good. Nets are charged with the timeout, of course, for getting their challenge wrong, and that's it now. So Dylan Harper is going to head to the line to take 2 shots to put the Spurs up by 12. Let's go. We should throw more lobs, to be honest. I'm hoping Fox perfects this. I think Fox is going to be the best on the team at it. I think there's no doubt. Sometimes I miss Chris Paul. you know? Like, I just straight up do. I just miss Chris Paul's lobs because he was so good at them. But this foul is going to get charged against Clowney. I think it's just this was one of those cases where it's like, you can't call it against Harper. So you're just going to call it against Clowney. You can't overturn it. Dylan Harper nails the first free throw. That puts him up to 6 points on the night. Harper back at the line here. We got 170 people in here. Guys, hit that like button if you want Dylan Harper to make this free throw. You got to hit it quick, or else he might not make the free throw. Dylan Harper going up for the second free throw, and of course, it is good. Dylan Harper making some waves here for the San Antonio Spurs. He has been one of our best players tonight. Been very happy with Dylan Harper so far this game. Harper is guarding the ball carrier as well, and Demon. Harper looking at the ball. Vic on Nic Claxton at the top of the key. Claxton, Vic is giving him a lot of space. Cam Thomas coming downhill, but he sees Victor Wembanyama and he spins away from him. Thomas is pinned. Not much he can do. Wemby tips the ball. It's going to be the Spurs who get it. Dylan Harper coming downhill in transition. Little Euro step to the basket. That is what Dylan Harper does, baby. Dylan Harper is unbelievable. Unbelievable. That brings him up to 9 points on the game. Wemby has 2 steals and 2 blocks tonight. Dylan Harper contesting the 3 from the Nets. It's no good. Vic comes down with the ball. Julian Champagnie is going the other way. The Spurs are rolling right now. Vic has the ball. Back out to Champagnie. Pass inside to Wembanyama for the slam. That's our boy Vic. There he is, Victor Wembanyama with the slam, putting the Spurs up 60-44. What an ending to the first half this is. They're forcing the Nets to take some tough shots. Michael Porter Jr. could have taken that 3, but he's got Wemby on him. He drives right past Wemby for the slam. Michael Porter Jr. does get the step, but that is okay. Nice dunk by Michael Porter Jr. Got to adjust the time. There's now just under 2 minutes left in this second quarter. In this first half, Dylan Harper is taking the ball up top. Spurs taking their time here. 60-46 lead. It's going over to Devin Vassell. Little PNR action with Wemby. Wemby slips the screen. It is a switch. Vassell has Nic Claxton on him as Wemby is posting up Michael Porter Jr. And you know he's going to go to work in the post. Victor Wembanyama gets fouled. He's going to the free throw line. Let's go. Try and hit these free throws, Wemby. He's missed a few this game. We have V from Victor. Let's go. Le slam. Victor Wembanyama. Oh, unbelievable. He's heading to the line as Victor Wembanyama has been. Oh, he picked up his pace. He absolutely picked up his pace. Right now, Victor Wembanyama now has 14. Actually, wait, is it actually 14? Yeah, I think it's, anyway, we'll see. Or yeah, 13, whatever. Anyway, Victor at the line, makes the first free throw. Oh my goodness. Victor Wembanyama makes it 60-46, 61-46. The Spurs are now at a 15-point lead. This is awesome right now. Victor Wembanyama back at the line looking. See what he can do. He's got the eyes closed. Vic, you know you can do this. We all praying for Victor. Hit that V in the chat. Let's go. I hate your voice. Go Nets. Thank you so much. I hate your voice too, Johnny Cakes. Really appreciate you. Let's go Nets. Let's go Nets, everyone. Let's go Nets. Come on. Let's go lock in. Dylan Harper with the steal, forcing the steal. Dylan Harper gets the steal, driving in. A beautiful finish. Oh my goodness. The Brooklyn Nets are in shambles. Thank you for coming in here, Johnny. You jinxed your own team. Unbelievable stuff. Champagnie. Shout out Johnny and chat for all our Spurs fans. Give a shout out to Johnny for giving Dylan Harper that bucket. That's thanks to him. Michael Porter Jr. cannot get that 3 to go. Well, he didn't take the 3. He wanted to take the 3, but he couldn't because it was too contested. Cam Thomas coming downhill. He gets fouled. He's going to the line with 1:09 left in this quarter. And there we go. Go bake a cake, Mr. Cakes. Go Spurs, go. Let's go, fellas. What a great steal by Dylan Harper on Igor Demon. Getting right to the rim. Harper, after that pretty rough missed first free throw, or the first layup, I should say, on the fast break, has been really locked in. Cam Thomas did get hit. Cam Thomas has been pretty good this game. I think he's at 19 points. What are we at here? 19 points for Cam Thomas, but 1 rebound, 0 assists, 6 for 13 shooting. I mean, Cam Thomas has 13 shots. No one on the Spurs has more than 9, and that is Victor, who has 15 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. 5x5 is well in play for Victor Wembanyama, but the big, most impressive thing for me so far is Dylan Harper's finishing ability in this game. Harper is, like, again, that one missed shot, but he is really making the Nets pay at the rack. I mean, the Spurs have always, throughout their history, Tony Parker has been so good at the guard position of finishing near the rim. Dylan Harper's finishing ability just makes him look like a star. Christopher Baskerville says, I need 5 points for Wemby, and I've now blocked. I'm not sure what exactly mean, but yeah, hey, why not 5 more points from Wemby? That'd be 20 points, right? That'd be awesome. 15 points, 9 rebounds. Signing in from the northeast side of San Antonio. Hello, Amelia. Welcome in. We are so excited to share this Spurs stream. We got 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the first half. The Spurs are up big. They're up 18. The Nets are only 15 for 42 from the field. They've been shooting a lot of contested shots. Spurs 20 for 37. Cam Thomas does nail the first free throw. So now it's 47 points for the Brooklyn Nets, but that's okay. 64-47. Harper about to drop his first triple-double. You know what? That's possible. Dylan Harper right now has 11 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. You know, Keenan said earlier, Keenan came in and said it was a plus 320 for Dylan Harper to hit 10 assists, and he's already at 6 in the first half, as he has very much assumed the primary point guard roles, as Cam Thomas nails the second free throw, and there's a whistle. There's going to be a substitution. Oh, Cam Thomas has to come out of the game. Cam Thomas took the foul to the side of the head. He shot his free throws, but he had to be subbed out of the game due to injury. So Cam Thomas, who has been the Nets' best player today, their leading scorer with 21 points, is coming out of the game, 7 for 7 from the line. Dylan Harper coming downhill, going back, a little behind the back there, getting double teamed at the half-court line. Passes into Victor Wembanyama, who swings it to a wide-open Julian Champagne. You know that's going in, right? Of course, it's not, but Keldon! Big body! Keldon Johnson, boom, with the explosive put-back dunk. Keldon Johnson rocking the house, rocking the Frostback Center on this home opener Sunday afternoon. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is incredible. The Spurs are up 66-48 now with less than a minute left. Clowney going up. That's not going to go. Wemby's sending it back. The Nets are firing a three. Is that going to go? No, it's not. Julian Champagne collects the rebound as Wemby got another block. The Spurs are coming down the court. It's Victor Wembanyama pulling up from deep. Oh, Victor. Oh, my goodness. It's 69-48. Victor Wembanyama with his 15th point of the game. The Spurs are up 20 with 20 seconds left. Oh, my goodness. 20 seconds left in the quarter. The Nets are going to try to hold mostly for last shot. Oh, my gosh. V for Victor in chat, everyone. V for Victor. That's all I want to see in the chat. Victor Wembanyama putting on a clinic. Michael Porter Jr. double teamed on ball. A fadeaway three over Dylan Harper is not going to go. The rebound goes to Devin Vassell, but they're not going to be able to get a shot off. And at the end of the second quarter, the San Antonio Spurs, are up by 21 at halftime. The Spurs are up 69-48 at halftime. We need to see those V's for Victor. What an incredible first half. Let's get this box score up so we can all admire this together. Where is Vlone? Where is Vlone? That's right, V for Victor, baby. Let's take a look here. Let's get this box score up in here. Here it is. All right, let's take a look at the halftime box score. So here we go. We'll put it over here. I don't know. Is that big enough? That's probably big enough. All right. So I'm going to mute that, and then we're just going to take a look here. All right. So far at halftime, Victor, we were all saying at the start of this game, Victor Wembanyama was not off to a great start. This was not his normal level of play. He looked tired. It wasn't going right. But how does he end the half? He ends the half on an absolute roll. It looks like they took away a rebound from him, which I don't really like. But 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks in 16 minutes. Like, that's 16 minutes. That's it. Still tied for the team lead with Devin Vassell. But Victor Wembanyama is on pace for 36 points, 16 rebounds, 8 blocks, 4 assists, and 4 steals. A 5x5 is legitimately in play right now for Victor Wembanyama. We're going to turn on some of this low-key music. Let's get it going here. Oh my goodness. ¿En qué canal está? NBA League Pass. NBA League Pass. If you have it, but NBA TV Canada, I think, if you're in Canada, but or just the local channels, but NBA League Pass is where I think a lot of people are going to be watching this game. But yeah, unbelievable stuff. Remy saying first of a back-to-back without Luke. We need to maintain a 20-point lead so Vic can rest. You know, there is team let's rest Wembanyama, but I am part of team I want to see how many stats Victor Wembanyama can put up, because you know, his first game, the 40 points, 15 rebounds. Whereas Kelly Olynyk, he is still hurt, Amelia. He is still on the injury report. He didn't play in preseason. He should be back within a couple of weeks, but not yet. So we have Bismack Biyombo playing a lot of those minutes instead. But yeah, this is like, I'd like to see what Victor's able to do. Like, if he can get 25 points, the over-under that I posted before the game was over-under 30. Most people took the over, considering it's the Brooklyn Nets, which I think is fair. But right now, it's looking like he might stay with the under. I don't know, because if we keep this lead and we go into the second half, like late in the second half, fourth quarter, we're up 30. There's no need to have Victor Wembanyama out there. You don't want to risk an injury. You just take the win where you can get it. And right now, the score being 69-48, the San Antonio Spurs are in a prime position to steamroll the Brooklyn Nets. If we can come out the second half hot, get Wemby a couple of buckets, couple blocks, that'll be what it is. But I mean, already Victor Wembanyama is averaging 6 blocks a game before coming into this game, and he already has 4. Like, the dude's gonna be averaging like 5 blocks a night still 3 games into the season, which is insane. As Bang Chandler says, bro's making his way to MVP. Yeah, why not? I mean, he absolutely could. Poyo his skills said, I need Vassell to put up more. Devin Vassell actually didn't have a brutal first half. Of course, 3 for 6 shooting, 8 points, but he made some very pivotal threes, because I think Devin Vassell's impact is higher than what you see here in the box score, because when Wemby was not off to the hot start, the ball was in Devin Vassell's hands a lot, and he made a few shots that really made a big difference in this basketball game. He kept the momentum for the San Antonio Spurs while Wemby was out, while Biyombo came in and filled in with some of these minutes. Biyombo's only played 7 minutes. He just has the 1 rebound and the 1 flagrant foul, which is kind of funny. But Devin Vassell really was a difference maker there. But I think we also got to really talk about Dylan Harper. Like, can I just point something out to you people? Dylan Harper's a plus 32. What? What? Like, what even is that? Dylan Harper is a plus 32. I'm going to type that in chat so you guys can see it. Dylan Harper is a plus 32 in 15 minutes. He's also on pace for a triple-double, mind you. 11.6 assists, 5 rebounds so far in the Sunday matinee game for Dylan Harper. 11, 6, and 5. Absolutely ridiculous. Keldon Johnson as well, I will say. Keldon Johnson has had a fantastic game as well. 13 points, 4 for 6 shooting. He had 11 points in the first quarter for the San Antonio Spurs. Again, when Wemby came out, Keldon Johnson got an and 1, banged a 3, made 2 free throws, then got another and 1. He was all over the place. There's a reason he's a plus 20. The bench has been great, but Wemby, who was once a minus 2 in this game, has swung that right around to be a plus 11. Harrison Barnes has not had a very good start to the season, but I think I can forgive him. The kid is insane. I just hope we keep the boys together. And I think Dylan Harper with Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox here, as we wait at halftime for the second half to start, these guys are going to learn so much from each other, right? Like, Dylan Harper's finishing at the rim. He'll be able to teach some of that to people of the future, but like, why not De'Aaron Fox too, who's also a great finisher? I love these guys who can kind of do a lot of stuff together. As we get our channel member in chat, Spurs, and welcome in, Spurs, and what's up, Spurs fans? Hey, send those emotes in chat, because Victor Wembanyama has been an alien so far. You and Wemby's Castle, the only 2 channel members so far who have access to these emotes. We got members only videos coming. You have priority access to replies. So look, the chat's been pretty busy. Try to get to whatever I can, but again, we always got the channel members in that priority. But yeah, this has been a great start to the game. The San Antonio Spurs really need to get this game, need to win this game. And I think a win is, I don't want to say a certainty, but it's certainly looking like it's incredibly likely at the moment. But you know, you really never know, because the Brooklyn Nets, again, like we've talked about throughout this whole game, they are good scorers, right? They are really good scorers, Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas. But there's a big question now. Hello, Spurs, and welcome in. Good to see you again. But the thing with the Brooklyn Nets is that Cam Thomas is now out. Cam Thomas, he left the game. He had 21 points, which is like almost half of the Nets' points. But after that last foul where he was going to the net, he got hit on the head pretty hard, and he went to the locker room after making both free throws. So Cam Thomas might not return to this game. We're not really sure at the moment. I haven't seen any kind of update on it. But like, if he doesn't return to the game, this is going to be a massive opportunity for San Antonio, because you then are looking at the Nets. Like, let me just read you the Nets scores here, right? Cam Thomas, 21, okay? Michael Porter Jr., 12 points on 4 for 8 shooting. Then it's Nic Claxton with 8 points. And then the next highest is Day'Ron Sharpe, who has 4, but he also has 3 fouls, so he didn't play very much. So right now, the Nets have 0 depth scoring. 2 of their starters, Ben Suraf and Terrence Mann, each have 0 points on a combined 0 for 6 shooting. So if Cam Thomas is out of the game the rest of the way, the Spurs have a golden opportunity. The Spurs have forced the Nets to the outside this entire game. And I want to see, is there any way I can see, like, yeah, team stats. Let me look at points in the paint, because I think points in the paint is something that's going to tell me a lot here. Fast break points, of course, we're beating them. I mean, yeah, the Nets have 14 of their 48 points in the paint. So that is actually a higher ratio than the Spurs do, because the Spurs have been shooting well from 3, 8 for 16 versus 5 of 26 for the Nets. But that's the thing. If you take the threes away from the Nets shooting, they're still shooting 10. They're shooting 10 for 20 from the field on shots that are not threes, right? So when the Nets are taking twos, they're making them. But the problem is, like, if you are watching this game, or if you're not, if you're watching through me, the Brooklyn Nets, like, they can't get anything at the rim. Like, the mid-range shots they're taking are fine, but the shots that they're taking that aren't threes are mid-range shots or little floaters, because they don't want to go near Victor Wembanyama. And when Bismack Biyombo's on the court, they are trying to get near the rim, but, you know, it's only working to a certain extent. So yeah, anyway, right now, the Brooklyn Nets, like, there's some struggles with their team right now as we head into the start of the second half here very soon. Spurs and San Harper for Rookie of the Year 3. I mean, there's a real world. Let me bring this down. Let me get this sweater. Isn't this... Don't you guys wish you had this? I wear this thing all the time, and I keep telling you about it for a good reason. You can't just get that. You can't just get this anywhere. This is from the link, the pinned link there in the top of the live chat. You can get this Dylan Harper sweater. You can get this Wemby sweater. You can get this beautiful Manu t-shirt. Plus, so much more. The Admiral, David Robinson, Big Three. We got Tim Duncan. We got more Manu. We got Parker. We got Wemby. We got Castle. We got so much stuff all at the link. You can just go in, type Spurs, use code Digest, and you guys get 10% off, which is absolutely incredible. 31, like... The San Antonio Spurs are actually just, they're so exciting right now. And the thing that I'm really excited about is not just this hot start to the season, but how they will manage to continue this, right? Because again, you can get off to a hot start, but it's a matter of continuing that throughout the entire season. And with young players, a lot of times that's not the easiest thing to do. So Victor Wembanyama is Victor Wembanyama, but the guys I'm not concerned about, but I'm curious about, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle. How are they going to do when they hit these walls that inevitably come a lot of the time when you have young players pushing through a tough season? But right now, with De'Aaron Fox being able to come back, right, and having these veteran guys like not Jeremy Sochan, but like Kelly Olynyk being able to come back in the front court, maybe to give a little boost of shooting that Harrison Barnes has not been able to provide yet this season. And what about a guy like Jeremy Sochan, who can again boost the defense when he's not on the floor? Like, there's so many opportunities for the San Antonio Spurs this year to have deep lineups. And that's one of the things I was talking about. Earlier in this game, we were talking about the depth, right? At one point in this game, it was like 8, 8, 8, 7, like... We had so many guys who had so many points, but even now, though, the depth is still crazy. Champagny with 8, Vassell with 8, Castle with 7, Wemby with 18, Harper with 11, Keldon Johnson with 13. Look at that. We have 2 guys on pace for 20 plus. Wemby on pace for 30 plus. We got Champagny and Vassell on pace for 16, Castle on pace for 14. We have so many guys who are on pace for double-digit scoring that, like, it just allows the Spurs so much flexibility. Oh, man. I'm excited. Guadalupe says, Spurs need a taller power forward than Harrison Barnes. Jeremy Sochan, Carter Bryant, all 6'8". We need a PF between 6'10 and 7'1". That's actually interesting. So I'm going to hold the mic up here right now to give my voice a bit of a rest. So I will say, you want a power forward that is that tall? Just look at Victor Wembanyama when we run French Vanilla. Right, Victor Wembanyama with Luke Cornett, when they're both on the floor, Victor is basically the power forward. Or we could see some lineups that run Kelly Olynyk, right? So I think that once Kelly Olynyk is healthy and Cornett is playing a bit more, we will see a lot of lineups where we do have that extra size at the power forward. I think where you start to run into issues, though, is that a lot of other teams, when they're, like, they will run power forwards, as we're still waiting here at halftime for the game to pick back up again. Other teams run small power forwards that are basically small forwards, right? And when other teams do that, you almost can't afford to have a guy who's 6'10", 7 feet, who's not as mobile, because, like, for example, Michael Porter Jr., if he's playing the power forward, you kind of can't just stick a 7-footer on him, because even we saw this game, he blew by Wemby for a dunk, right? Like, because that kind of stuff's going to happen, and it's going to ruin your defense. So I think it's possible, but I think we just got to match it with what the opponents are doing. So I think that Olynyk and Cornett are going to be able to help out with that kind of like double big style lineup with Wemby. So if we need to have that size, we can do it. But I think that against most opponents in the modern NBA, you're probably okay if you don't bother doing that, but we'll have to see. Spurs hand saying sophomore rooks usually do hit that wall. And yeah, like they absolutely do. And I'm expecting it. But the thing is, Dylan Harper has been so good so far. Like, I wonder, like, here's my question. What part of Dylan Harper's game is not sustainable? What part of Dylan Harper's game do you look at and say, well, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue that? The dude is just finishing at the rim constantly, right? The dude is a menace getting to the rim. And finishing at the rim, if you can keep doing it, you're going to be able to just sustain your points. It's not like he's going to go through a lull of shooting. The only thing that could happen is if defenses start to figure out, like, oh, he likes to go left a lot, he likes to go right a lot, and they'll start to overplay like his hand, and they'll start to see some of his moves. But even that, like, I don't anticipate being a huge problem. The King, who's number 1 in chat right now, if you guys want to try and get on that leaderboard, you got to send a lot of chats. Of course he's going to get 2 more points. Yeah, of course. I think Wemby's going to get 2 more points, Christopher. I think you're okay. Great stream, my brother. I'm about to go check the Celtics game. Catch you next time. Well, thank you for stopping by, Christopher. This has been a really fun stream. We're looking to do this a lot more. This has been awesome. Gravine, I think all we need is an elite 3-point shooter. And the thing is, like, we have guys who can be that elite 3-point shooter, right? Like, we have the likes of Champagny, who on any given night can be an elite 3-point shooter. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Devin Vassell is, when he's rolling, he's an above league average 3-point shooter. And Victor Wembanyama today so far, let me remind you, is 2 for 3 from 3. And he's only taken, 3 threes total this season. He was like 1 for 3 before. And that, like, Wemby was he at like about 50% on the season, as we're still waiting for the second half to get underway here. There's so many positives for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm super, super excited. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't wait. You know what I need to, I want to unlock more emotes, because like we have these 4, but we do need more channel members to do that. And again, channel members get priority response in these chats. We do live streams as well after a lot of games, and those things are popping. If you want to get priority answers in these chats like Spurs and is getting, if you want to get members only videos, and eventually at certain tier you get calls with myself, with Keenan and Brian to just chat about the Spurs, that's what you can get with channel memberships. But every tier gets unlocked to these emojis, and I want to make more, because we got the idea of a Boris Diaw one, I want a Manu one, I want a Tony Parker one, but we need some more. I like Chef Brian, he's my favorite. But Ernest saying Harper, if he has a 3-point shot, that's it. Dylan Harper has actually looked like his form has looked good. Like I've always thought that as the second half is about to get underway here in San Antonio. But Harper, if he can be a league average 3-point shooter, that is legitimately dangerous. As the second half is about to start, we got quarter 3. We got the time back up. Toss the time up. 12 minutes. The Nets are about to inbound the ball, and we are off El Jefe. That's right. Look at that. I love that. I love El Jefe there. I've been telling everybody Wemby's next. Oh, Wemby absolutely is next. You know what? He's not even next. He is right now. Here we go. The Brooklyn Nets are taking it in. Saraf dribbles off his own foot and picks up the... What on earth is he doing? Saraf, little between the legs dribble. Stephon Castle is hounding him pretty well. Michael Porter Jr. is going to have to be a big half for Michael Porter Jr. as he gets the second half started well for the Brooklyn Nets, as he makes it 50 points for them. Cam Thomas has not returned to this game, so that is huge for the San Antonio Spurs. The top scorer for the Brooklyn Nets has not returned. Stephon Castle to Harrison Barnes, down to the middle for Wemby, and that is the easiest dunk you are ever going to see. Victor Wembanyama getting his 2 points for you, Christopher. That's it. Shout out to Christopher, who had Wemby scoring 20. He's at 20 already. There he is, 20 points, 4 blocks, 8 rebounds. The ball goes out of bounds. San Antonio Spurs are going to get the ball back. Victor Wembanyama hits that. Oh, man. I can't wait. We have some above average shooters, no elite shooters. I agree, Remy. Like, no elite shooters yet. Wemby, pump fake from 3. Gets Claxton going. It's foul. Is that going to count? Oh, he didn't put it in. But Victor Wembanyama, I believe, is going to the free throw line. I don't think that's on the floor. After a 3 for 7, I think, starting night, or at least 4 for 8. Or it wasn't a great shooting night to start for Victor Wembanyama. He is now up to 6 for 11 from the field, as Nic Claxton picks up his 4th foul. Guys, if Nic Claxton fouls out of this game, Victor Wembanyama is going to go on the most monstrous tear you've ever seen. There is no one who's going to be able to guard him. Even Claxton kind of can't. He's like 6'9", 6'10". But there you go, Christopher. Flexing. That's right. Flex for Victor. We got the inbound coming from Devin Vassell. Looking. Passes into Stephon Castle, who's pressured well by Saraf. Castle down to Wemby, though he's falling away. Tips it over to Devin Vassell, who pulls up from the mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Wemby fighting for the old board and the net. Is that Nic Claxton? Is that called on Nic Claxton? I can't tell. No, I can't tell. But regardless, Wemby has a day off. It's Sunday. Look at... even if he gets the day off, I think that's all right. But yeah, here we go. Victor Wembanyama gets the ball in a pick and roll here. Harrison Barnes gets it at the top, back over to Wemby with Claxton on him. Little one dribble, two dribble, crossover between the legs from the three-point line. Hesitation into a contested pull-up over Claxton. He can't get it to go. Claxton gives it to Michael Porter Jr., who's rolling down the floor as we just passed the 11-minute mark in the second quarter. Saraf with the ball in the pick and roll with Nic Claxton. Saraf, some nice little play there, driving to the rim. Can't get it to go, but Nic Claxton, of course, is there to clean it up. It's 52 points now for the Brooklyn Nets as we are now at 10:30 left in this third quarter. Right now it's Wembanyama over to Champagnie. Wembanyama rolling. Champagnie sees him. Wemby looking for the pass as he's getting doubled in the short corner. And there's another foul on the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are up to 3 team fouls with just 1.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. 10:21 left. The Brooklyn Nets they're putting some extra pressure on themselves here. As Remy's saying, if Claxton fouls out, just bench Vic and let him rest. You know what? I kind of don't mind that take either. I kind of like the idea of Wemby just resting. Though we got to get this positive music back and going. Wemby between the legs dribble, behind the back, running in the lane, a little floater, and it's good. Oh my goodness gracious. Victor Wembanyama making it 73-52 for the Spurs. 22 points now for Wemby on 7 for 13 shooting. As Terrence Mann's bringing the ball up over to Ben Saraf. That looked like a weird travel, but no. Saraf passes it down to Nic Claxton. Saraf going to the back cut, the handoff to Michael Porter Jr., who takes an insanely contested three. Michael Porter Jr. classic. I mean, the ball's in his hands for half a second and it's going up. Wemby bringing the ball up the floor with Claxton on him. Little dribble. Nice little dump pass inside to Stephon Castle, who kicks it out. And Devin Vassell, boom! Devin Vassell with a 3-point shot to extend the Spurs lead to 76-52. The Nets take a quick three. Terrence Mann can't get it to go as Devin Vassell comes back in transition. He's running the floor behind the back dribbling, going downhill right to the rack. Devin Vassell can't get it to go, but Stephon Castle, baby, bang! Stephon Castle with the put back jam to put the Spurs up big. Spurs are up 26, 78-52. Stephon Castle with the great putback. Michael Porter Jr. struggling with the ball. Little pass to Claxton. He's short on the floater. Gets his own offensive rebound. Back out to Terrence Mann, who had 0 points, but no longer. Terrence Mann bangs the 3-point shot to cut the lead down to 23. But without Cam Thomas out there, they're going to need that extra scoring from these other guys like Terrence Mann, who didn't have any points until that 3-point shot. Wemby with a little pass to Castle, out to Julian Champagnie from the corner. Oh, you bet. Julian Champagnie, the Spurs are on fire from 3 right now. The Spurs are on fire. If you want the Spurs to hit more threes, leave a like on this stream. Let's see it, baby. We'd love to hit 100 likes. We're at 78 likes. Let's get that up to 100. Come on, fellas. We know we can get there. The San Antonio Spurs are absolutely rolling. There was a foul called on the pass. Stephon Castle is going to take credit for it. The Spurs are 10 for 18 from 3. Those shooting woes, gone. Devin Vassell with that drive, but Stephon Castle with the incredibly athletic putback jam. Spurs up 81-55. I gotta change the time here. Actually, it's 8:12 left now. 8:12 left in the third quarter. This is rolling. Lagging like 20 seconds, says Spurs. And don't worry, this is actually quite delayed to what's actually happening. But no, let's go. Let's lock in on some defense. Let's go. Okay, Daron Sharp got the ball. He's handing it over. Cam Thomas is back out there now. Cam Thomas has come back from the locker room. He's got the ball. He's been the Nets' leading scorer. He's dribbling around like I don't know what he's doing. Little contested floater. My goodness, that was not even close. Cam Thomas is really not clicking today. Victor Wembanyama gets the ball stripped from him as the Nets come the other way. Cam Thomas on Julian Champagnie driving in. No foul call there. Williams gets the ball over to Michael Porter Jr. I don't even understand. Like, I don't even, like, what the heck is even that? What the heck is even that? Michael Porter Jr. just flailing and getting the foul call as he's going to go to the free throw line. And I think Stephon Castle is the one that picks up the ball, or picks up the foul here. Let me see this. Stephon Castle. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. is just flailing, bro. Like, what? Okay, he makes the first free throw. Bro, what am I even watching here right now? Michael Porter Jr. makes the first free throw to make it 81-56. The Spurs still have a 25-point lead. Of course, Victor Wembanyama leading the way with an incredible game so far. Michael Porter Jr. misses the second free throw. There you go. Ball don't lie, baby. That wasn't a foul. A lot of fouls already. 5 total fouls between the two teams through the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. Michael Porter Jr. getting the ball back here, going up, waiting, dribble, waiting, looking, shooting. He nails the third. That's all right. Michael Porter Jr. nails the third free throw. It's now 81-57 with 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Stephon Castle dribbling up the ball, getting guarded closely by Williams. A couple little dribbles here. Cross. Castle was really close to a backcourt there, but didn't quite get it. Victor Wembanyama got the ball at the 45. Handoff to Devin Vassell. It was not a clean handoff. Vassell looking for Wemby. There at the free throw line. One dribble. Put up that little fade. Wemby. Oh, is a little bit short. Michael Porter Jr. comes down with the rebound, and he is gone the other way. He's going to go right at Wemby. It's not going to work. Williams contested three with Champagne on him. It doesn't matter. He bangs it as the Brooklyn Nets have cut the lead down to 21 as there's a timeout call by Mitch Johnson, as he should, because the San Antonio Spurs slow start to this quarter. The lead has been cut to 21. Still a 21-point lead, but hey, that is a Coach Pop style timeout as we're heading into a commercial break. How many fouls does Wemby have? I assume is what you're asking there, not Wimpy. But Victor Wembanyama only has 2 fouls in the night so far. He has 22 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks, which is already an incredible line in just 21 minutes. Porter just shooting desperately and going in. It will end. That's what I'm saying, right? Michael Porter Jr. so far in this game has 16 points on 5 for 10 shooting, 3 for 6 from 3. He has 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Cam Thomas coming back into the game is 6 for 14 from the field. Surprisingly, the Nets have really taken care of the ball this game, and they only have 6 team turnovers. Now, the Spurs have also taken care of the ball pretty well, only 8, but we'll have to wait and see. Remy saying, give David Jones-Garcia and McLaughlin minutes. And you know what? I think that would be actually really interesting here for the second half, especially if the Spurs can keep this lead. I don't anticipate them coming in yet, because right now the priority is absolutely just to get a win by any means necessary. Absolutely any means necessary. You need to get a huge win versus these Brooklyn Nets. As there's a Spurs fan about to shoot a half-court shot. So this is exciting here. We're on commercial break. Oh, it's not a half-court shot. What am I talking about? Oh, he's doing the challenge. He got to go in for the layup first. He misses the layup very badly. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm commentating this live. He missed the first layup. He makes the second layup. I think that's a size 6 basketball. I don't think that's a size 7. He's about to shoot the 3. That does not look good. Oh, he airballed about 4 feet to the left. He's shooting another 3. He hit the rim on that one at least. He needs the ball back. What's going on? He's not getting the ball. He only has 20 seconds left. He shoots the third 3. Oh, he hits the back rim. His form is not bad. He shoots the fourth 3. Airballs it short. He shoots the fifth 3. He's only got 20 seconds left to finish the challenge. He misses. He's 0 for 5 from 3. 0 for 6 from 3. He airballed it to the left. Is that 0 for 7? 0 for 7. Oh, is he going for another 3? He's 0 for 8. He's breaking everything. Is he 0 for 9? No, he makes it. He's got 5 seconds to hit a half-court shot to win the prize. 3. Firing it from half-court. No, he just misses. And that's not going to count. That's not going to be enough. Oh, the incredible break. He almost got it. Ah, that would have been great. It would have been great, but Spurs and he needs a granny shot. I don't know if you're talking about this guy and his performance trying to get these buckets. That was painful watching him shoot from 3. I want to say, oh, I wouldn't do any better because of the pressure, but I would have. I would have knocked down those 3s. You guys haven't seen me shoot. The King J saying we need to and should win every game that we're supposed to win. Keep the foot on the gas, and I think that's a great point by King J, because let's analyze playoff teams, right? These playoff teams, they beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. You don't lose these trap games to teams like the Brooklyn Nets. You beat the Pelicans. We squeaked out that win, but you got to beat the Brooklyn Nets. And by the way, guys, we got 162 people in here. Only 81 likes. Would love to get that like number above 100, because if you like this stream, more people are going to come in and chat with you. More people are going to show up to Spurs Digest. We're so excited to do this even more often this season. As Stephon Castle brings the ball down, Bismack Biyombo gets it inside, and it's going to be a foul against the Brooklyn Nets, which is their 4th team foul in just under 5 minutes of play. So, you know, we're already seeing people say rest Wemby. Wemby did come out of the game already. 21-point lead here. Victor Wembanyama only has 21 minutes on the court, but they've put Bismack Biyombo in with 7.5 minutes left here in the third. 7:24 to go right now as the foul is against the Brooklyn Nets after Biyombo caught it down low and was hacked a little bit. So right now, it's going to be Devin Vassell inbounding the ball. We're going to see what he's going to do. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Bismack Biyombo in a bit of a screen action here off the ball. Whoa, Vassell, a little over the top pass here to Bismack Biyombo, who's going to run a handoff with Stephon Castle. Coming hard off of that, going downhill. Little Euro step, but he passes to nobody for his 4th turnover of the night. As the ball is coming back the other way, the Brooklyn Nets looking is Williams. He's got the ball. He's hesitating, and it's over to Cam Thomas, because Cam Thomas is the top guy right now for the Brooklyn Nets. And Cam Thomas, whoa, it gets bumped, and I think that's going to be Spurs ball. Cam Thomas is not happy with it, but I don't think they have a coach's challenge anymore. Ernest Trevino says, where's Cornette? Cornette is out with an ankle injury, so he's not playing tonight, which is why we're getting some of the best Bismack Biyombo minutes you've ever seen, baby. Wemby is not going for 40 because they will sit him in the 4th quarter. I think that's very true. The Spurs got to keep rolling, though. Devin Vassell looking to pull up from mid, but no, it's Keldon Johnson who's been hot from 3. Bricks that one, as right now the Nets are coming back the other way. There has been no scoring since the timeout that Mitch Johnson called. Michael Porter Jr. looking for the shot. Williams pulls up for 3. That is not even close. The rebound bounces off a few different people, but it's going to be Nets ball here with a new 24-second shot clock with 6:34 left in the third quarter. So right now the San Antonio Spurs are off to a slow start. In the third quarter, the Brooklyn Nets got off to a hot start, but Victor Wembanyama is now out of the game, so you're going to need to get the offense from some other guys. Look for Dylan Harper to come back into the game here in the next few minutes. Terrence Mann passes into Cam Thomas, who's faking the shot, doesn't really have anything there. It's Day'Ron Sharpe there at the top of the paint, but Keldon Johnson is extremely confused because he gets called for a foul. There have been 7 fouls called in the first 5.5 minutes here of the third quarter. The referees have made this game borderline unbearable to watch. There have been fouls after foul after foul after foul after foul. It's slowing the game down. The Spurs are really outplaying the Nets in terms of the bench, though. 26 points off the bench for the Spurs, 10 for the Brooklyn Nets. That is a big difference in this game right now. We got to get some defense chance going. Let's go defense. Lock in, boys. Terrence Mann coming downhill, going to the net. Bismack Biyombo with the great contest, but it's actually Terrence Mann who does put it in as the Brooklyn Nets have cut the lead to less than 20 points. It's now 81-62 with just over 6 minutes left to go in the third. Stephon Castle's bringing it up. Terrence Mann is guarding him. There's a switch. Williams is now on Castle. Castle looking for Vassell in the curl action. Wide open 3 for Devin Vassell. He can't get it to go. The rebound goes to Day'Ron Sharpe. It's going the other way. The pass is tipped, though. Cam Thomas picks it up. Keldon Johnson is on him after a little bit of a scramble. Put in the PNR. Cam Thomas with the tough pull-up jumper. Oh, man. The Brooklyn Nets... The Brooklyn Nets are kind of rolling right now. I can't lie. The Brooklyn Nets are kind of rolling. It is now 81 to... It's still 81-62. Cam Thomas couldn't get it to go, but their offense is really rolling. I can't lie, my stream froze for a second there, and I couldn't tell if he made the shots. I was just trying to stall a little bit, but that's okay. We're back. We're back, baby, as Dylan Harper is coming into the game. My boy, Dylan Harper has been one of the Spurs' best players tonight. Driving in, stop shooting threes. Bench is awesome. Wait until Fox and Sochan come back. I completely agree. It's inside to Sharpe. Day'Ron Sharpe puts it in. Right now, oh boy, I mean... Let's get that up. Nets have 64 points. It's now 81-64. So for those of us that were saying Wemby should just come out of the game, Stephon Castle's going to the free throw line, though, thankfully, with 5:37 left to go. You know, Victor Wembanyama, he might need to come back into this game at some point. It's still a 17-point lead. It's more than holdable. But, like, I don't know. Let's get Stephon Castle coming in here, trying to get some nice free throw line points here. He's going to need that because Stephon Castle hasn't been his best game. He's been turning the ball over a bit, 4 turnovers. But getting these points at the free throw line should get your confidence back a bit. Stephon Castle, again, like we said earlier in this stream, is at his best when he's looking to score. Stephon Castle puts the first free throw up, and he misses it. He hits back rim. And he even misses the little layup putback that he tried. I don't know. The King says, nope, put him back in. I don't trust 17 points. You know, if Kornet was here, I think this would be a different story because, for example, Sharpe is not getting that offensive rebound, or not offensive rebound. Sharpe's not getting that point to go with Kornet on the floor instead of Biyombo. Biyombo does a decent job, but he's no Kornet. He's no Wemby. Stephon Castle does hit the second free throw to make it 82 points for the San Antonio Spurs with just over 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Devin Vassell is on the ball here, who Cam Thomas has the ball. The 24-on-24 action has been going all game. Biyombo playing some nice defense here in the pick and roll. Great defense, but is called for the foul as Cam Thomas is going back to the free throw line where he is 7 for 7 tonight. Biyombo was not very happy with the foul call, and I'm not either because the refs are blowing their whistle every time you blow on someone. I could be like, huh, and they'd call a foul, though that probably is a technical. Let's be honest, this is ridiculous. The refs are just going, they're making it a ref show here tonight. I don't want to see the replay because it might prove that it's actually a foul and my point would fall flat. I don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to complain and then not look at any of the proof. Cam Thomas is going to the line and he makes the first one as it rattles around the rim and does fall to make it 65 points. 82-65 now for the Spurs as we're getting that HEB commercial with Wemby's big list, which is pretty funny. Right now, Cam Thomas is heading back to the line. Let's see what he can do. And second free throw. Absolutely, it drops in for Cam Thomas. This is now 66, 82-66. 16-point game. Mitch Johnson is adamantly swinging his hands. We need some positivity here right now. Stephon Castle sending it over to Bismack Biyombo. Back to Castle. Castle coming downhill. There's a Brooklyn Nets player who fell. Keldon Johnson slowing the play a bit. Castle looking for the 3. Behind the back from the mid-range. 7 on the shot clock. Castle doesn't really have much choice. He's doing a step back 3 and is short. And the Nets are coming the other way as Michael Porter Jr. picks up the rebound as we just crossed the 5-minute mark in the third third quarter. Porter Jr. over to Cam Thomas. Those have been the two main players for the Brooklyn Nets today. Really the two only players to some extent. Cam Thomas trying to drive through Dylan Harper. Some great footwork from Cam Thomas as he gets it to go. And this lead is dwindling right now. 68 for the Brooklyn Nets, 82 for the San Antonio Spurs with 4:45 left in the quarter. And there's another timeout called by Mitch Johnson as we head to commercial. How are we feeling? Are we worried? Okay, Art, let's do a poll right now. Why not do a poll? We got everyone in the chat. Do you put Wemby back in with the lead shrinking to 14? Are you putting Wemby back in? Vote in that poll right now. We got to see you active in chat. Where is Cornette? Says Marvin. Cornette is injured. He has an ankle injury. This is getting a bit tough right now. I'm not loving what I'm seeing here right now. The lead has been down to 14. Wemby came out like 4.5 minutes into this quarter in favor of Bismack Biyombo, but with the lead dwindling to 14 against the Brooklyn Nets here, just over halfway through the third quarter, we know the Spurs need to win this game. A 3-0 start to the season is absolutely what this team needs. Wemby has been our best player, obviously. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 steals, 2 assists. What a game from him. We've had some good performances from some other guys. Dylan Harper has been a plus 27 in just 17 minutes, who is still like not quite on pace for the triple-double anymore, but the King J saying, yeah, you gotta put him back in. Biyombo struggling. When he is on, things look tough. I tend to agree. The thing is, though, this is kind of an emergency situation, right? Like, Wemby is still there. Cornette is out with an ankle injury. Kelly Olynyk is still hurt right now, right? And Jeremy Sochan's not there, who can play spot minutes kind of at center if you need him to, though I wouldn't want him to. So considering the fact we have 3 of our power forward / centers injured, and Bismack Biyombo needs to fill in, he has looked rough, but at the end of the day, like, he's doing his job. He just needs to hold it down a bit. Biyombo is a +3 in this game, thankfully, but it's not like it's that great. +3 is, you hope for it to be better. The King J saying, I'm having flashbacks of last season seeing the lead dwindle. When De'Aaron Fox comes back, I wouldn't have so many worries. And I'm going to be honest, I fully believe in Dylan Harper to get this thing going right now. Will Cam Thomas get 2+ assists? That's actually a good question. Look, I don't want to say much because Cam Thomas kind of went at, who was it? Was it Zach Lowe? He went at Zach Lowe for saying he was a bit of a selfish player. Don't want Cam Thomas to come at me, but the man has 0 assists and has made like 2 passes this whole game. So I don't know. I think I probably would bet against it, but you really never know. I like this little CRT thing they got outside the Frostbank Center, playing some games on it. But all right. So the Spurs coming in right now. We're going to end the poll. 94% of people who had answered that poll. Thank you for voting in the poll. For those of you who are there, all 35 people. Yeah, you guys all want Wemby back in, but right now it's Dylan Harper who's in, getting guarded by Clowney. Noah Clowney is 0 for 3 from the field, though. He hasn't really done a whole lot. Right now, the Spurs are inbounding on the baseline with 4:45 left in the third quarter. 5 team fouls for the Nets already, 4 for the Spurs. It's going to be bonus the rest of the way for either team, as Dylan Harper's getting guarded by Noah Clowney coming up the floor. Over to Stephon Castle. There's a switch. Harper's guarding by Thomas, but it's over to Keldon Johnson, who's now getting guarded by Clowney, driving into the middle. Biyombo is still on the floor. No sight of Wemby. Devin Vassell coming downhill. Little drop pass to Castle, but it gets picked off as Terrence Mann is running down the floor. He sees Michael Porter Jr. out for 3. Porter Jr. fakes the 3, stepping in. Cam Thomas wide open, and he doesn't make any mistake as the lead has now dwindled to 11 as Cam Thomas knocks down the biggest shot of the game so far for the Brooklyn Nets. The lead has dwindled. Spurs hands saying keep Wemby's conditioning, playing him some of the 4th. You might need him back in very soon. This bench unit is not getting it done against the Nets starters right now. Noah Clowney is not one of the starters, but he is in there right now. Devin Vassell looking, can't quite get anything. Stephon Castle on the left wing, little pick and roll action with Biyombo. Castle elbow, pull-up jumper, doesn't go. Rebound to Clowney, up to Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas in an ISO here. Nope, not quite an ISO. A pick and roll set with Day'Ron Sharpe. Thomas is now switched on to Biyombo, but he loses control of the ball. Keldon Johnson throws the pass ahead to Devin Vassell, but he's going to have to slow it down. There's no option there. The Nets bench asking for a travel on Devin Vassell. They don't quite get it as we're now 3.5 minutes left here in this quarter. Devin Vassell has the ball, looking for Stephon Castle. He's getting doubled, down to Keldon Johnson. Johnson, little spin move on Noah Clowney. Can't get the little runner to go. As the Nets come back again and have a chance to cut this lead down to single digits. As Cam Thomas gets a bit of a blow-by on Harper, though he has to stop. Thomas posting up Dylan Harper, going into the middle of the lane, and it's a foul with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. this Cam Thomas has a chance to cut this down to a single-digit lead for the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs bench unit has been rough right now in the third quarter. As soon as Wemby has come off the floor, the Spurs defense has fallen apart, and Cam Thomas now can make this a single-digit game. We're going to see what he can do at the line. Cam Thomas so far at the free throw line is 10 for 10 today. And you can only assume he's going to make these shots. First one drops 72 points for not for Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas has 20, how many does he have now at the after making that one? Cam Thomas has 29 after making that first free throw. Cam Thomas is going for 30 points. And Cam Thomas is going for a single-digit lead as Victor Wembanyama has checked back into the game. As the score is now 82-72 with Cam Thomas having the chance here to make it 73. Sorry, we can't see the future nor care about a Cam Thomas assist. Yeah, no, that's very true. And the Spurs money line don't sell. We got people coming in here now. This might be an intense end of the game as Cam Thomas nails the second free throw. It's 82-73 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. You have Dylan Harper, Jordan McLaughlin, Julian Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, and Victor Wembanyama. Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell are out. Wemby is in. Harper coming downhill. Little pull-up elbow jumper from Harper. It doesn't go. The Nets get the rebound and are coming the other way very quickly. Terrence Mann going straight at Keldon Johnson, trying to make him lose his balance. Terrence Mann gets the baseline position and goes around. Wemby does not want to shoot, because why would you? Cam Thomas getting into the paint, going up McLaughlin, and is swatted by Wemby. The rebound, Harper comes down with it. Wemby with his 5th block of the game. Dylan Harper, nice little pass to Julian Champagnie, who finishes the layup to restore the Spurs 10-plus point lead. Double-digit lead now with 2:35 left to go, but the Nets are going fast. Terrence Mann is already nearly in the paint, trying to post up Harper. Man, little pick and roll down to Michael Porter Jr. in the high post against Keldon Johnson. Step back, highly contested jumper is not going to go. Rebound, Jordan McLaughlin tips it. Who's going to come up with it? Day'Ron Sharpe's on the floor with it. Champagnie tipped. Spurs ball. Thank you very much. With 2:18 left to go here in the third quarter. The Victor Wembanyama effect already paying off as Wemby gets a beautiful, beautiful block on Cam Thomas, and the Spurs manage to get the rebound. Dylan Harper going the other way, picking up the assist to Julian Champagnie with a tough finish, honestly, on the fast break through 3 people. We got 200 people in here now. Thank you for being in here. Luckily, I wasn't talking to the King Che. Yeah, no, hey, that's all right. Jordan McLaughlin is inbounding the ball up the floor to Champagnie, back to McLaughlin as he's going to go up against Igor Demon. Demon defending. Demon a lot taller, a lot longer than Jordan McLaughlin. McLaughlin wanted Wemby, doesn't see him. Dylan Harper is going to blast straight to the rim. Can't get it to go, though. Tough shot there by Dylan Harper, but I had faith that he could finish that. The next come up, Noah Clowney, pulling up for 3, and he nails it. That's 76 points for the Nets. The lead is down to 8 for the San Antonio Spurs with under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. This game has gotten a lot tighter. You need to get the ball into Wemby's hands, and you need to get the ball into Wemby's hands right now as Jordan McLaughlin is looking over to Dylan Harper as Wemby's posting up Noah Clowney. High post here in the short corner, spin move, fading jump shot, air ball from Victor Wembanyama as the Nets are coming the other way. Wemby, again, was not getting any shots early in this third quarter, and then he was benched for most of it, coming out cold. He's airballed a few shots today. Cam Thomas in an isolation against Champagnie. Great defense from Champagnie poking the ball away. Cam Thomas nearly got an assist there. Noah Clowney pulling up for the second straight 3. It's not going to go. It's a little bit long. Keldon Johnson flying in for the rebound, and there's a loose ball foul called against the Brooklyn Nets. Day'Ron Sharpe, that will be his 4th, and Keldon Johnson will be going to the line shooting 2 with 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. The San Antonio Spurs really need to convert on these free throws. The lead has dwindled to 8. The Spurs were up by over 20 at halftime, but it has absolutely dwindled. You can watch this. I really don't know if that should be on Day'Ron Sharpe. I think that's kind of a nothing. But anyway, we'll see. 6 points, 4 fouls for Day'Ron Sharpe. Let's go. Let's get this drama going. Keldon Johnson. Let's get some energy here for Keldon Johnson, for big body, bringing the jersey down. He had the best first quarter on the team. Keldon Johnson, baby. Let's see what he can do. Get him at the line, knock down these free throws, restore our big lead. It's 84-76 at the moment. Hoping to see Keldon Johnson put up some nice numbers here. Shout out to Dylan Harper for leading the team in assists with 7, by the way. And if you're curious about Wemby's stat line, is 22, 10, and 5 as Keldon Johnson makes the first free throw. So we're going to fix this. Score Spurs 85. There we go. 85 for the Spurs, and let's see if Keldon Johnson can knock down this second free throw. He's waiting. He's had a good game so far, puts it up and in. 86 points for the San Antonio Spurs, 10-point lead restored with 1 minute 17 seconds left in the third quarter as the Brooklyn Nets are coming up the floor. Dylan Harper's guarding the ball handler, and there is no switch. It's now going to be Julian Champagnie on Cam Thomas. Thomas calling for the screen from Igor Demon, trying to get the switch onto McLaughlin, who Cam Thomas knows he can score on. He's taller than McLaughlin. McLaughlin is tenacious, though. Double team coming over. Dylan Harper tried to strip Cam Thomas, but gets called for the foul, and that is going to be bonus. And Cam Thomas, who is 11 for 11 from the free throw line tonight, is heading back to the line to go for his 31st and 32nd points of the game. 0 assists though, by the way, but only 2 turnovers. That's okay. That's okay. 1 minute and 2 seconds left here in the third quarter. This game has gotten tight. It has gotten very, very tight right now for the San Antonio Spurs. We're going to have to see, can Cam Thomas, with the blood on his eyebrow, hit the free throws? He absolutely can. He hits the first one. Cam Thomas, now 31 points, 12 for 12 from the free throw line. Thomas, that 2-dribble routine, simple free throw routine just like mine, hits the second free throw. It's now only an 8-point lead again for the San Antonio Spurs as Keldon Johnson inbounds to Jordan McLaughlin, who's running up the floor, getting guarded by Igor Demon. Hesitating a little bit, Victor Wembanyama setting a pin down screen for Julian Champagnie. No real screen. Wemby wants to get the ball there in the high post against Day'Ron Sharpe. Wemby, little rip through, jab step. Hesitation. He's getting double. He's getting triple team. Double team coming from Demon, and it's going to go off of Wembanyama's knee. That's a turnover for Wemby. The ball is going the other way with 44.8 seconds left in the quarter. That was a great double team by Igor Demon. Seems like Wemby didn't hear anyone saying that there was going to be a double, and we need some defense right now. The San Antonio Spurs need that more than ever. Cam Thomas coming down the floor. The pass over to Demon. Demon getting guarded by McLaughlin. Gets by him, but he doesn't want to go up on Wemby. He makes a full kick-out pass as the Nets miss the 3, and it's going the other way very fast. It's Dylan Harper versus Cam Thomas, one-on-one on the fast break. Harper going in, making the finish. Attaboy, Dylan Harper. That is exactly what we need as the Nets are coming the other way very quickly. Cam Thomas coming up with 20 seconds left. It's probably going to be the final shot of the quarter here. Cam Thomas coming up, dribbling at the top of the line, near half court, near the logo. They're going to send a double. Keldon Johnson coming up to double Thomas. The ball goes down to the wing. Back up to Cam Thomas. Wide open from 3. Miscommunication by the Spurs, and Cam Thomas drills the 3-point shot as the Brooklyn Nets cut the lead down to 7. Oh my goodness, that is not good. Dylan Harper coming up deep 3 from the logo. Misses it at the end of the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, the Nets have clawed their way back from down over 20 points at halftime to now be 88-81 at the end of the third quarter. This is dangerous. Victor Wembanyama is going to need a big fourth quarter. This is not the kind of game that you can let go astray for the San Antonio Spurs. Zach Wynn saying Cam Thomas is a beast. He absolutely is. My 6-leg parlay just needs a few more Steph points and promise to score 10. Devin needs to shoot 3s and turn up his defense. Dev was shooting 3s earlier in the game, but this is going to be tough now. We got to head into the fourth quarter. We're waiting for the fourth quarter to start. We're here at the end of the third quarter. We're going to put 12 minutes for the fourth quarter on the clock. 7-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs right now. This game is closer than it has any right being. Cam Thomas, through 3 quarters for the Brooklyn Nets, has 35 points. 13 for 13 from the free throw line. The Spurs have been fouling him like crazy. A lot of these free throws have come in the bonus, though. The San Antonio Spurs have not been able to stay very disciplined at all throughout this game. So this has been tough. Right now, there have been a lot of fouls. The Brooklyn Nets have 23 as a team. The San Antonio Spurs have 19. The Kings saying can't keep Wemby out that long without Cornet. Hopefully Mitch learned a lesson. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, like Bismack Biyombo was just not working, but it's not just him. Like, the Spurs couldn't score during that stretch either. We weren't getting good looks. Cam Thomas needs to start passing this last quarter. I mean, look, if we want the Spurs to win, we might need that, but the Spurs who started with some great depth scoring, like, you know, we still have good depth scoring. Champagnie does have 13 points on 4 for 5 shooting. Wemby does have 22, 10, and 5 blocks. But the Lorax is in the crowd right now. Oh my goodness. I gotta take a screenshot of that Lorax. Do you guys want to see the Lorax in the crowd? Probably not, but I'm going to show it to you because why would I not? That's actually pretty funny. There's a Lorax in the crowd in San Antonio. Is this the good luck Lorax? Is this the good luck Lorax? Say thank you, Lorax, if you want more good luck for the San Antonio Spurs. I think this is the good luck Lorax. I think this has to be, right? Let's go. Let's keep the positive. Let's keep the drama. Let's keep this going. Let's boost the hype. Let's get the Spurs going. Come on. Leave a like on the stream. We're 10 likes away. Just 10 from 100. Thank you for tuning in. We got 200 people in. Hit that like button if you want the Spurs to win this game. We need a big fourth quarter from the Spurs. We can't let the Nets keep rolling. We can't let Cam Thomas, of all people, cook us. 35 points. Leave some likes. Get hype for the San Antonio Spurs. Let's go. Heading into this fourth quarter, they keep showing the Lorax. The Nets outscored the Spurs 33-19 in that third quarter to make this a very close game. Here we go. They're showing the Lorax a whole lot right now. It is the good luck Lorax. Let's go. Let's go. Go Spurs go. The ball is inbounded. Stephon Castle is taking up the court. Harrison Barnes has checked into the game. Julian Champagnie, Carter Bryant, and Victor Wembanyama. Carter Bryant getting some more minutes again here with Luke Cornet out. Julian Champagnie trying to enter the pass into Wembanyama, quickly double team. Champagny fakes the three, wants the three. He's getting double teamed, swings it over to Barnes, down to the corner. Castle is guarded well by Demon. Low, that's way off. Stephon Castle with an air ball of a three as the Spurs have a brutal first possession. Wemby double teamed and they can't get anything out of it. Wemby guarding Porter Jr. Porter Jr. does not want to shoot. No one wants to shoot at all. Martin passes out. Nets three. Bang. Oh no. This is not good as Jalen Wilson knocks down the three. And now this lead is cut down to 4. It's 88-84 with 11 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Harrison Barnes taking the ball at the top, looking for the entry pass to Wemby. Michael Porter Jr. feigns the double team. But it's Wemby and Noah Clowney one-on-one. Porter Jr. is the help man. Wemby getting doubled by Williams. Swing. Julian Champagny doesn't have the three. Out to Wemby. He wants to shoot. He has to shoot. It doesn't matter. It's a shot clock violation. With 10:56 left to go, the San Antonio Spurs are only up by 4 points, and the Brooklyn Nets have the ball. Guys, leave some W's in the chat if you want the Spurs to win. I need to see some W's in the chat. We need to see the Spurs win. Come on. Let's go. We need some energy right now. The Spurs have 13 turnovers to the Nets 10. That's not good. Martin coming up, swinging over to Jalen Wilson. Wilson with the handoff to Porter Jr. Back over to Martin. Martin is holding the ball, a couple of dribbles, back over to Noah Clowney. Oh no. Oh. It's a 1-point game. It's a 1-point game. You're seeing my face die in real time. In real time with 10:38 left in the fourth quarter. The San Antonio Spurs are only up 1 against the Brooklyn Nets as Noah Clowney knocks down his second three of the game. And that's it. He's 2 for 5 from 3. This bench unit here, Tyrese Martin, Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, Zaire Williams. This is rough. Come on, guys. Let's go. We need some W's, though. More W's in the chat, boys. This game is really showing how important Luke is. We'll be up 25 right now with Luke. Not just Luke. Oh, my goodness. Not just Luke, but like De'Aaron Fox, Jeremy Sochan. This is rough. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We have time, right? We have a full 10.5 minutes. We saw what we did in the first half. You know what? We faced adversity in that first quarter. We were down 11-5 very quickly in this game, and then we came back. You know, we can come back and have a massive end to the fourth quarter. Let's go. See, this is last season all over again. Not quite King J, because we have other guys like Dylan Harper who are about to step up. We do have Carter Bryant in the game, though. Harrison Barnes is someone who needs to get going. He's 1 for 5 in this game, 0 for 4 from 3. Wemby's not even able to get shots off because he's getting doubled, and no one else is able to create even when he's getting doubled. That's a big, big problem, but like Amelia said, have faith. Spurs and channel members, Spurs and we need to see those emotes. We need other people to send those emotes. If you want to be a member, get that badge, that exclusive badge that Spurs and has, their green name and chat, priority responses. Channel membership started like a couple dollars a month, and it helps support us do what we love to do here, and that's talk about the Spurs. So let's take a look here. Who said Vic needs to sit out the fourth? As we were saying, we were at a massive lead at halftime, but this game has shifted and shifted fast. The San Antonio Spurs have the credit score cam on right now at the Frost Bank Center with the Lorax. What am I watching? I think this is a fever dream. Hold on. Okay, you know what? It was the Good Luck Lorax. We have the Lorax credit score cam. What? I mean, is this what's going to get us back into the game? The Lorax credit score cam? What am I looking at? What is this picture? If I showed anyone this picture with no context, what would they think? This is the extra credit fan of the game is what it is. But if I show you this picture with no context, I don't know what you're going to think. What am I looking at? If we win this game, it's because of the Lorax credit score. Right? It has to be. What am I even watching? Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's get this going. We got a chance here to do something big. It's 88-87. The play is about to resume. After the Lorax credit score cam, we got a Taco Palenque advertisement. Bro, get to the game. Get to the basketball. We got to watch the Spurs get there. We're 3 likes away from 100, by the way. Thank you all for tuning into this intense game. So excited for the end of this one. This is going to be something big. Brooklyn Nets are on a 31-7 run right now. 31-7 run for the Nets. All right, here we go. Stephon Castle blowing past Jalen Wilson right now, driving right to the hoop, and he gets fouled hard by Noah Clowney as Stephon Castle is going to the line with 10 minutes and 27 seconds left. We're just changing out that rainy day, driving up Stephon Castle. This is your time to make some free throws, man. This is exactly what you need to do. You need to get some points for the San Antonio Spurs, 88-87, with 10:27 left in this quarter. 10:27 left. Stephon Castle at the line, shooting 2. Build up the intensity. Build up. Who do you think is going to win? Says Dylan is awesome. I hope you mean Dylan Harper. I still think it's the Spurs. We all got faith as Stephon Castle does knock down the first free throw to make it 89-87, a 2-point game. Let's make it a 3-point game, Stephon. We need you to get there. Let's also make a poll. All right. Will the Spurs win? Yes or no? Vote in that poll right now, everyone. Get you active in the chat as Stephon Castle misses the second free throw, and the Brooklyn Nets get the rebound. Our free throw shooting has been atrocious this season. The Spurs are 80% on the day, but we've missed some clutch ones. Wemby's missed a few. Castle's missed a couple. This is not looking good. Right now, the Nets coming downhill. Over to Jalen Wilson, and he bangs the 3. Jalen Wilson has given the Brooklyn Nets the lead for the first time since the first quarter of this basketball game. The Spurs are losing. We have Harrison Barnes with the ball. We're trying to get the ball to Wembanyama, who's getting guarded well by Noah Clowney. Devin Vassell over on the right wing, passes into Wemby. You can sense the double team coming. There it is. Back to Devin Vassell, who shoots the contested 3, but he bangs it. Devin Vassell with the most clutch shot of the game so far, the most important shot of the game, puts the Spurs back on top 92-90, as Noah Clowney and the Nets are coming back down the floor very quickly. Back out to Noah Clowney, swinging it over. Devin for 3. Yakor Devin putting up the incredible 3, fading away. He's been very quiet all game, but he puts the Nets on top with 9.5 minutes left in this game. Going inside. Violation on Stephon Castle. The Nets are coming the other way with 9:24 left in the game. Stephon Castle, I think that's his turnover, his 5th of the game. Stephon Castle needs to stop with these turnovers. He's playing us out of a lot of these games. This game has gotten intense very fast. Leave some love in the chat if you want the Spurs to win. Leave a like on the stream. We just hit 100. Let's go. Let's see. Julian Champagnie guarding the ball. Wemby on Noah Clowney. There's a back cut there, and no one can stop him, and that is a dunk. Who was that? I think that was Tyrese Martin. Tyrese Martin with the dunk puts the Nets on top 95-92. Stephon Castle coming down the floor over to Julian Champagnie, fakes the 3, back out to Wemby, wide open 3-point shot, can't get it to go. Igor Demon comes down with the rebound, and the Nets are going the other way with just under 9 minutes left in the fourth. This game, 3-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets. They're on a 14-4 run in the last 2.5 minutes. Tyrese Martin with the ball, getting guarded by Julian Champagnie. Nice little crossover dribble, great defense from Champagnie, and they call a foul. Julian Champagnie was backpedaling away from Tyrese Martin, and these referees who have blown everything dead this entire game, dragging this out for way longer than it should, have called a foul on Julian Champagnie for trying to avoid the contact. Martin created every bit of that contact, and it doesn't matter. The referees have called a foul. The Brooklyn Nets are heading back to the free throw line as we have a referee review. I think the Spurs have called for a challenge here. Yes, the San Antonio Spurs are challenging this foul against Julian Champagnie. Yeah, I mean, there's no way, right? Tyrese Martin creates every bit of that contact on his way to the rim, putting his arm up. I don't like that. BS foul, says Spurs, and completely agree. If I was Mitch, I'd start Harper over Castle next game. This is crazy. Not insane. I mean, Castle's defense, of course, has been amazing. That might be a foul, though. I don't know if you can get conclusive evidence there, because Champagnie wasn't square to the ball carrier. Champagnie wasn't square, but Tyrese Martin creates the contact the whole way. Champagnie's just sliding with him, and Martin leans in. So I don't know. I don't like that. Spurs fans saying, no, Castle's just fine. Don't jump ship so easily. I think Castle's defense is incredibly valuable. Challenge is unsuccessful. They call the foul on Champagnie. Boys, this is not good. This is not good. The Brooklyn Nets are going to the free throw line. The Spurs are charged a timeout, which is crucial. In the fourth quarter, we get charged an extra timeout for challenging. Come on. Come on, Victor. Come on, Victor. We need Victor to put up an incredible performance here. Our next home game is tomorrow. Don't forget, at 7 p.m. We're going to have stuff coming out after the game. Probably not me. It's probably going to be Keenan. I have my own basketball game, actually, after the game tomorrow. So that's all right. The Spurs' second half has been horrendous so far. This is not what we want to see from our boys. This game, we need to pick it up right now. We still have 77% of the people in the poll saying the Spurs are going to win. We need some energy, though. Type S if you think the Spurs are going to win. Type N if you think the Nets are going to win. S for Spurs, S for Nets. S for Spurs win, N for Nets win. I want to see you guys in the chat. We got to see all you guys active in there. Remy saying he has to work on it, and starting to Harper over him may open eyes. It'll open eyes, but I think it's too small of a sample size. I think you don't send a message like that this early. Castle's the reigning rookie of the year, and he has had some bad turnovers, but, like, I think you also send a bad message to Stephon Castle if you're like, You had a couple of bad games in a row, benched. Like, I don't think that's very good. Okay, whoa, chill with the spam. Chill with the spam. I'm going to time you out if you spam any more than that. Thank you for your Spurs support. But we got to be careful with the spam. You understand, I'm sure. Thank you for your support, though. We got a lot of people here sending the S. Let's go, let's go. Go Spurs, go, baby. 227 people in here. This is crunch time right now. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Scores 95-92 for the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm ready. I'm ready to see the San Antonio Spurs win. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be doing a lot more live watch-alongs like this. A lot of live streams after games, stuff like that. This call was deemed to be a foul as we're back now at the game as Tyrese Martin is heading to the line shooting two. The Spurs were charged with their coach's challenge, charged with a timeout. Sean Sweeney on the bench looking in disbelief as Tyrese Martin's going to try and give the Nets a 5-point lead here. He makes the first free throw. Tyrese Martin at the line here, who's been decent this game. 4 points, 3 assists, but Martin, 3 points, 3 assists, looking for his 4th point here. Tyrese Martin lining up at the free throw line, going for the shot, and he makes it. Tyrese Martin now has 4 points on the game. He's been quiet, but with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left, the Spurs are in a 5-point deficit after being up in this game well over 20 points at halftime. Stephon Castle has the ball being guarded closely by Jalen Wilson. The Brooklyn Nets this whole game have guarded the Spurs very closely. They're going to send another double towards Wemby. There it is. Back out to Vassell. The Spurs once again cannot capitalize on the double team that they're sending at Wembanyama. Harrison Barnes misses the easy shot, but gets his own. After Stephon Castle's shot, Harrison Barnes gets the miss on Stephon Castle, cutting the lead down to 3. Harrison Barnes finally getting his second field goal of the game. 2 for 7 shooting. Barnes is a minus 13 on the night. Fun fact, Dylan Harper leads the Spurs with a plus 20 rating. The second closest player is only a plus 6. As the Brooklyn Nets are taking it down, Noah Clowney, who's been hot from 3 in the second half, to Tyrese Martin, who's going downhill again. A fadeaway jump shot is no good. It's Julian Champagnie who comes down with the rebound. Over to Stephon Castle, and we're going the other way as we've crossed the 8-minute mark. Devin Vassell with Noah Clowney on him. Down low into Victor Wembanyama. That's a foul. Demon, hard foul. Complete wrap-up of Wemby. Wemby is not happy about that. And with 7:42 to go, Victor Wembanyama is going to the line to try and get his 23rd and 24th points of the game. Victor Wembanyama is only 6 for 9 from the free throw line today so far, I believe. 6 for 8 maybe. But he is, this is a big chance for him to put the Spurs within striking distance. It's already a one-possession game, but it'd be great to get a one-point game as the Brooklyn Nets, once again, are just putting some more substitutions in, but we're going to have to wait after Wembanyama's first free throw. 22, 10, and 5. Taking a breath, closing his eyes, heading into this first free throw, winding up, shooting, and he misses. Victor Wembanyama misses the first free throw. Oh no. But it's all right. He's going to hit the second. We got to get this hype going. We got the background music. We're going. We're getting excited here. Victor Wembanyama has the chance to go for his second free throw here. He needs to make this to cut it down to a 2-point game. I guess it's not a necessity, but you want to keep this a 2-point game. Missing the first free throw was not good at all. 6 for 9 now on the game. Can you make it 7 for 10 at least, Victor? 70% it is, and is now 97-95 for the Brooklyn Nets with 7:42 remaining in this game. Egor Demon is bringing the ball up, guarded by Dylan Harper, who again is a plus 20 in this game, leading the Spurs by a long shot. Great defense so far on Egor Demon. Bad pass by Demon. Don't know what was happening there as Dylan Harper's now going the other way in transition after Wemby picks it off. A little Euro step into the paint. Dylan Harper, boom, and 1. That's why this guy is now a plus 22, baby. Dylan Harper has been arguably the Spurs' best player today outside of Victor Wembanyama. I think you can absolutely say with certainty Dylan Harper's been our best player outside Wemby. These Euro steps, that finishing ability. DH, I want to see DH in chat for Dylan Harper. Everyone send DH, get that Dylan Harper hype going. Share it with me, share it with all these Spurs fans. We got over 200 people in here watching the end of this game with 6:59 to go. Dylan Harper's going to the line for the 3-point play. Can he get it? Yes, he can, absolutely. The Spurs take the lead with 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Only one team foul. The game's gotten a lot cleaner. Send your DH in chat for Dylan Harper, baby. This man right here. Get this sweater at Die Hard Addicts. Link in the pinned comment in the live stream chat. Noah Clowney getting double teamed. The Spurs defense has gotten intense right now. Cam Thomas looking for a little floater. He can't get it to go. Victor Wembanyama comes down with the rebound, and he's going to pass to Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper, love the t-shirt. I wear the same thing. Little in and out dribble straight at Clowney. Fake up and under. Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper getting another bucket, putting the Spurs on top, forcing the Brooklyn Nets to call a timeout with 6:59 to go in this game. Dylan Harper gets the bucket. Dylan Harper is absolutely clutch, up to 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. Let's go. DH, more DH in chat. Harper, baby. Let's go. The Spurs take the lead 100-97. I gotta change this score now that we've hit 100. I gotta make it a little bit smaller. Hold on, let's make this a little smaller. There it is, 100 points. And we're gonna shrink the net score a bit to match. There you go, 100-97 for the oh, that's way too small. Hold on. Okay. I know I'm taking away from the moment here with this, but there we go. 100-97 for the San Antonio Spurs. Dylan Harper coming in absolutely clutch. The best player on the floor for the Spurs tonight outside of Victor Wembanyama. This is incredible right now. Dylan Harper has put on an absolute clinic. Again, 18 points. Let me remind you, okay? Dylan Harper, can I say 7'6", but in the opposite direction? No, I can't. Sorry. You tried to get me. Dylan Harper is a plus 25. The second best Spur is a plus 11, and that's Keldon Johnson. After that, it's plus 5 for Victor Wembanyama. Dylan Harper, plus 25 right now. Incredible. We see someone saying Porter. Look, I mean, we're a little bit behind the live stream, so maybe Porter hit a shot or something. We're still in commercial break here. Right now, Dylan Harper is the one who's coming back with this game. A 6:59 left to go. San Antonio Spurs up 100-97. I understand some Nets fans here want Porter. Is Porter getting back in? Porter. My goodness. Okay, if you say Porter one more time, I might have to give you a slight timeout, but I think you're okay. You're fine for now. Just don't spam too much. We can't have too much spam. We got to manage the chat. ROTY3 Harper, absolutely Spurs, and that's a three-point shot that is way short for the Brooklyn Nets, and there's a foul called on Dylan Harper because Cam Thomas flops into the crowd. But Porter, what is going on with people saying Porter? I'd actually like Michael Porter Jr. to get the ball because he hasn't had, he's 5 for 12 from the field, so right now that's a block from Wemby. Wemby tipped that three-point shot from Noah Clowney. Now that's going to give Wemby 6 blocks on the night, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 3 steals. Wow. That's a ridiculous shot there. All right. The ball is inbounded by Terrence Mann. Looking, and it's over to Michael Porter. There's Porter. Michael Porter Jr. hesitating. Dribble into the pull-up 3 from Michael Porter Jr. In and out as Keldon Johnson grabs the rebound, and he's looking up the floor. Wemby is running right to the basket. He's got Porter Jr. on him, and I would fully expect them to try to get Wemby the ball this possession. He can absolutely score on Porter Jr., but it's Dylan Harper hesitating at the perimeter to Keldon Johnson. Over to Harrison Barnes, looking for the back-cutting Harper. Doesn't see him. Harrison Barnes, a little fading runner, and it's not going to go, but there's a scramble for the offensive rebound. Dylan Harper comes up with it, out to Victor Wembanyama, who shoots the 3, and it's good! Victor Wembanyama, the biggest 3 of the game, the biggest shot of the game for the San Antonio Spurs, putting us on top 103-97. Victor Wembanyama now up to 26 points, 6 blocks, 11 rebounds, 3 steals. Unbelievable for Victor. Cam Thomas has the ball here. 8 for 17 from the field for Victor. The Spurs scrambling on defense, and it's leaving Jalen Wilson wide open for 3, and he hits it. The miscommunication is costly once again for San Antonio, as now the game is 100-103. San Antonio still on top, but the Brooklyn Nets are not going away. Dylan Harper running a pick and roll with Wemby. Wemby slips, running right to the basket. The finish is no good. He can't get it to go. The Nets are coming the other way. Terrence Mann. Wemby now 8 for 18 from the field. Cam Thomas looking to pull up for 3. It's actually Michael Porter in the corner, and he misses. The rebound comes to Wemby, throws it off of Terrence Mann's foot, and it is going to be Spurs ball with 5:26 remaining in the fourth quarter. This game has gotten intense. This game against Brooklyn should never have been this intense, but that's why we're here. Keenan is in here in chat. Wemby, that's right, Keenan. Spurs and saying, yes, sir. Shout out to Keenan. Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. Should LeBron get in the game or not? Should LeBron get in this game? Yeah, let's sub LeBron in. Why not? Let's get LeBron in this game for our boys. All right. Let's go. The Spurs are coming down. It's the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left to go. Dylan Harper over to Devin Vassell. Victor Wembanyama fakes the 3. Pulls up from mid. And it doesn't go. Keldon Johnson gets the offensive rebound, though. Great hustle from Keldon. Harrison Barnes with it. Back to Victor Wembanyama. The tension is rising. Wembanyama, isolation here on Nic Claxton. Driving through the shoulder. Little spin move. Fake. Up and under. Kick out. Harrison Barnes. Corner 3. In and out. The Brooklyn Nets are coming the other way. Let's lock in on defense here. Defense. The Brooklyn Nets are coming up the floor. Terrence Mann with the ball. Terrence Mann looking around, directing the traffic. Dylan Harper on him. He's passed over to Cam Thomas. Dylan Harper switches on to Thomas. There's another pick and roll. It's Vassell now on Thomas. Thomas, little step back. Vassell stays with him. Pass into the middle for Claxton. Nothing there. Devin Vassell on Cam Thomas. Step back, corner 3. That is... Oh! My goodness, Cam Thomas with an absolute nasty 3-point shot to tie the game with 4:28 remaining. The Spurs couldn't get the stop. Cam Thomas is a killer. There's nothing else you can say, but the Spurs are coming back down the floor. Cam Thomas now has 38 points on the night. Dylan Harper going downhill right to the basket, and he scores. Dylan Harper putting the Spurs right back on top. This is our third straight Rookie of the Year, baby. 105-103. There's a timeout. We're heading to commercial right now. Dylan Harper with his 20th point of the game. Are we heading to commercial? No, we're not. I thought there was a timeout. I'm wrong. The game is still going. Harper has 20 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. He has been the Spurs' best player outside of Victor Wembanyama, and you don't see Castle on the court, but he's ready to sub in right now. Here we go. We need some defense. Let's lock in on defense, baby. Defense. Come on. It's Wilson. Back over to Cam Thomas, getting guarded by Vassell. Pick and roll action. Michael Porter Jr. Thomas gets the step, a little floater. It's too long, and Vassell comes down with the rebound. Here we go. Let's rise up the floor. Dylan Harper with the ball in his hands again. The Spurs with a 2-point lead with under 4 minutes remaining. It's Terrence Mann on the ball. Pick and roll with Victor Wembanyama. Harper kicking back out, swing. Vassell to Wemby. 4-3. It's no good. The rebound, Barnes tips it, but there's a foul on the floor. And that will be the Brooklyn Nets' 5th foul of the quarter, which should send the San Antonio Spurs to the free throw line. Oh boy. All right, here we go. This 3 from Cam Thomas was absolutely unbelievable on Devin Vassell. A crazy step back. Great contest by Vassell. At the end of the shot clock, there was nothing you can do. But watching Dylan Harper come downhill with that finish right after to just, completely put a dagger in the Brooklyn Nets fans' hearts after that was incredible. Right now with 3:35 left in this game, Keldon Johnson is at the free throw line. Can he make the first? Yes, he can. The Spurs go up 106-103. This is a very important free throw for Keldon, who has 16 points and 6 rebounds on the night, as Stephon Castle comes back in for Harrison Barnes. We're keeping Vassell on the court. We're keeping Harper. Keldon Johnson is playing the power forward. Vassell's at the 3, and we have Harper and Castle at the 1 and 2, and of course our boy Victor Wembanyama at the 5. Keldon Johnson at the free throw line to make this a 2-possession game. This is the biggest moment of the San Antonio Spurs game so far. If Keldon Johnson can make this, which he does, it puts the Spurs up by 2 possessions. It's 107-103. Here we go. The Brooklyn Nets are coming down the other way. Terrence Mann getting guarded tough by Stephon Castle at the logo. Terrence Mann dribbling around, looking for a pick and roll from Nic Claxton. He gets the step. Mann kicks it back out. Cam Thomas, little pull-up midi over Victor Wembanyama, and it is good. Cam Thomas makes the mid-range shot to give him 40 on the night. Cam Thomas is torching the San Antonio Spurs, but the Spurs are coming back. Stephon Castle with just over 3 minutes left in this game. The Brooklyn Nets are in the bonus, so they need to be very careful with their fouls. They can't afford anything stupid. Vassell back over to Dylan Harper. They're going to isolate Wemby. Oh boy, that was a bad pass by Harper, but there's going to be a foul called on Nic Claxton for defending Wemby. And now Victor Wembanyama is heading back to the free throw line. 26-12 with 6 blocks for Victor Wembanyama so far. They're calling the foul. I am really confused as to how that is a foul on Nic Claxton. If I'm being completely honest, crunch time says Spurs and one-man team won't win. I mean, that's true, but Dylan Harper makes this at least a 2-man team, and we'll see when Castle comes back. The drama is rising. Leave a like if you want Victor Wembanyama to hit this free throw. Leave a like right now if you want the Spurs to win. Victor Wembanyama putting up the free throw, and it's no good. Vic is now 7 for 11 from the free throw line this game. An uncharacteristically bad game from the line from Victor Wembanyama, and with 3:03 left in this 4th quarter, he's going to need to make his free throws. You got to at least get yourself a 3-point lead, as it's 107-105 with Wemby here at the line. Oh my goodness, Victor Wembanyama makes the second free throw. Victor Wembanyama makes the second free throw, puts the Spurs up 108-105. This is a good game. This is a very good game. Most important, Harper stat, 0 turnovers. Completely agree. And Dylan Harper with 0 turnovers. He does have 4 fouls, but a lot of them are not his fault. The plus-minus is very much in his favor, which I absolutely love. Yeah, this is an incredible game so far. Let's see. Well, the Nets come back. Okay, I missed a score there. I missed a score because my stream crashed for a second, but it's 108-107 with 2.5 minutes left in this game. 2:30. Let's go. All right. It's Victor Wembanyama down to Keldon Johnson. Down low. Keldon finishes in tight. It's 110 now to 107 for the San Antonio Spurs with just under 2.5 minutes remaining. Leave some love. KJ, big body. Let's go. KJ in the chat. Send your KJ. Big body has been clutch for the Spurs tonight. As it's Nic Claxton back to Cam Thomas, who has 40 points on the night. Cam Thomas putting the pick and roll. Castle, great defense. Keldon Johnson closing out at Terrence Mann. Back out to Cam Thomas. 4-3. He misses. The rebound comes down. Not sure who has it. The Nets get the offensive board. Cam Thomas comes into a three, misses again. Wemby grabs the board over the back of Nic Claxton, and he's passing up to Devin Vassell as the Spurs are out in transition. Vassell, pass out. Dylan Harper, he's going to wait. Smart play. Harper back up top to Wemby, who wants to shoot the three, but he's going to wait. He's going to play the smart game. Over to Devin Vassell with under 2 minutes to go in this game. Devin Vassell dribbling at the top. Victor Wembanyama in a bit of a slip. Double team. Noah Clowney and Terrence Mann both on Wemby, and they foul him. Wemby gets the chance to go to the line to once again make this a 2-possession game. Wemby's getting that veteran's whistle right now. Thankfully, Victor Wembanyama, here we go. Build up the tension. Victor Wembanyama at the line. The most important part of this game right now. You need to hit at least one of these with 1 minute and 37 seconds left on the clock. Victor Wembanyama's at the free throw line to try and give the Spurs a 2-possession lead. Leave some Wemby hype in the chat for channel members. Let's get those Wemby emotes sending in the chat. Two shots. Victor Wembanyama here at the line, taking the breath. This is the most important free throw of the season for you so far, Victor. And he misses the first. Victor Wembanyama, 8 for 13 from the free throw line tonight. And there's a timeout called. And right now, Victor Wembanyama, missing the first free throw, still has a chance to put this in a 2-possession reach. Thank you, Keith, for saying good call in the game. I never do this. This is actually like my first time ever doing this for a basketball game. So, I don't know. If you think it's decent for the first time, thank you. We're in a timeout right now with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. The Spurs are up 3. 1 minute, 37 seconds. Let's go. Yeah, we got those Wemby emotes. That's right. If you want to send those ones just like I did, like Spurs and did, make sure you become a channel member. You get priority responses. Thank you for being here. We got a lot of people tuning into the end of this game. It's close. 110-107 for the San Antonio Spurs. The Brooklyn Nets, though, they will not go away. They're being backed by Cam Thomas's 40 points. 11 for 25 from the field, 5 for 12 from 3, 13 for 13 from the free throw line. But games of 20-plus points and 8 assists off the bench for any rookie Spur in history, Vernon Maxwell in 1989 and Dylan Harper tonight. The only 2 players that ever, as a rookie for the Spurs, have 20 and 8 assists off the bench. Dylan Harper with exactly 20 and 8 with 6 rebounds off the bench and 2 steals. But Victor Wembanyama right now has a chance to go make the second free throw, make this a 4-point game, and put the Spurs on top, hopefully for good. This game has gotten incredibly tight in the second half. The third quarter was not good, but we're leaving this lineup in that has been good. Keldon Johnson is going to be rocking at the power forward position. Our guards are Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. We also have Devin Vassell with KJ, big body, and then Victor Wembanyama at the 5. Here we go. Do y'all like chicken? Yes, I do, absolutely. University of YouTube, you're great on there. You call the game instead of taking shots. You're driving into the stats. Hey, I like it. Thank you very much. Victor Wembanyama here. Again, we got a game against Toronto tomorrow. We were hoping we could rest Wemby a little bit, but he's at 35 minutes already. Hoping that this will be it now. Come on, let's end this in regulation, Victor. This is an important free throw. Can you make it 111-107? Yes, you can. It's 111-107 with 1:37 left to go in the game. Terrence Mann gets the ball off the inbound, and Dylan Harper is about to hound him. Picks him up just at the logo across half court. Harper giving him a step. This is pseudo pick and roll. Claxton kind of slips and goes back up to the 3-point line. Over to Cam Thomas, putting the pick and roll with Claxton. The screen over to Terrence Mann. That's a contested 3, and he misses. Keldon Johnson with a massive one-handed rebound, and the Spurs are off in transition, but Mitch Johnson tells him to cool it. Stephon Castle dribbles around and calms it down back at the 3-point line with 1 minute 12 seconds left. Right now, Stephon Castle has Noah Clowney on him. Wemby in the pick and roll. Castle looking, hesitating, going straight at Nic Claxton, right to the rack, and Stephon Castle finishes the clutch finish after a rough game with a lot of turnovers. Stephon Castle, forces the turnover. Devin Vassell with the steal and the slam. The Spurs go up 115-107. Boom, baby. The San Antonio Spurs pick up the defense when they need it most late, and they go up 8 points with 55.8 seconds remaining. Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell coming in, turning this game on its head, on fire. The Spurs, who had this game way closer than it should have been, you get our boys coming in here, and they put on an absolute clinic defensively there. Stephon Castle, great basket. Devin Vassell with the steal and transition to make this an 8-point game. What a play by Devin Vassell, who has had a solid game himself, now up to 16 points on 50% shooting. That was his first steal of the game. The Spurs have a lot of steals today. The Spurs have 7 of them. 3 by Victor, 1 from Vassell, 2 from Harper. Some great defense for the Spurs, though the Nets do have 9 steals, to be fair. My goodness, this has been an intense game, but it's not over yet. 55.8 seconds left. Don't forget, Cam Thomas has been lethal tonight. 40 points, 11 for 25 from the field. You never know what he could do. Jimmy the Weasel, I'm not going to repeat what you just said, but I'm happy for you. Ernest saying defense wins. Cap saying everyone fits so well all of a sudden, so weird. It's the same team as last year. Well, you know, it kind of is, but it's really not, because this guy right here has 20 and 8 off the bench. Dylan Harper, again, plus minus stats for the Spurs. Dylan Harper is a plus 30. Dylan Harper is a plus 30. Dylan Harper is a plus 30. Next closest is Keldon Johnson at a plus 16. That is a big thing. Thank you. Please do this every Spurs game. You know, I'd love to. I can't do every single Spurs game, but hey, the home opener on a Sunday afternoon, why not, baby? 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. I can do that. We're going to do lots of live stream after the game. Hey, right now, I need you to subscribe. See that 10,437? If you want to see more of these, you want to see lives after games, literally daily videos, this is the place to subscribe as the Nets are about to inbound the ball. 55.8 is inbounded to Cam Thomas. Over to Nic Claxton. Pick and roll. Wemby fouls Cam Thomas on the dribble. That's only the Spurs' 3rd foul of the quarter, and that is going to be on the floor. No worries for Victor Wembanyama, as that is his 3rd foul of the game. Now 52.2 seconds left in the game. We're going to lock in on defense here. Let's go defense. Let's change the time. 52.2. Here we go. This is an intense moment. We need the Spurs to step up on defense here as this Terrence Mann once again inbounding the ball. Looking into Michael Porter Jr. The pass is a bit off target. Porter Jr. gets it. Contested fadeaway mid-range shot and does not go. Keldon tips at the ball. Stephon Castle comes down with it. Wemby gets it over to Dylan Harper, and he's picked up full court by Michael Porter Jr. Oh, it's going to be tough. They're looking to trap him in the corner. Wemby could have got called for the foul, but he's not. Keldon Johnson, alley-oop, Victor Wembanyama! Victor Wembanyama with the alley-oop slam to put him at 30 points on the game from Keldon Johnson. Oh, giving the Spurs a massive lead, 117 to 107, 10-point lead. Now only 30 seconds left. Noah Clowney fires for 3. It won't go. Rebound scramble. It's going to be Nets ball, I think. No, it's hard to tell. 27.3 seconds left. Victor Wembanyama with the slam of the game off of a Keldon Johnson lob, one-handed. I don't know how he caught that, but it doesn't matter. Wemby up to 30 points, 14 rebounds, 6 blocks. It's Spurs ball. Stephon Castle has it with 20 seconds left. The Nets are not playing much defense. They're double-teaming him right now. Castle passing back to Vassell. Over to Dylan Harper. Are they just going to let it go? Are they going to shoot? Are they just going to let this time run out? It looks like that's going to be it. The San Antonio Spurs are going to come away with the victory in the home opener to go 3-0 on the season, 117 to 107 with 3.2, or well, it said 2.5, but whatever, 3.2 seconds remaining. The Brooklyn Nets are going to inbound the ball, and that's going to be it. That's game, baby. That is game. Let's just call it right there. I mean, look, the Nets still technically have to inbound the ball. Are they going to call it? What's going on here? Is Victor shooting a free throw? Oh, the Nets just got a tech. So the game's not over. Victor Wembanyama is shooting a technical free throw. And yeah, okay. Vic's shooting a technical free throw at the end of the game, and he nails it to make a 118-107, and that is going to do it. They're not going to play out the rest of this. They're not going to have any second. There it is. Time left 0. Spurs win. Spurs win. Spurs win, baby. What a massive... Hey, gaming with KD. Thank you for the D, but if you do that too much more, I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to... Yeah, be careful. One more, and I'm going to have to mute you, so be very careful, please. And that's going to do it. Oh, my goodness. That's it. Spurs win 118-107. They had a tough trap game. It was, but we go back-to-back. We play the Toronto Raptors tomorrow. We're done with the defense chant. Let's go back to the positive vibes, baby. Let's go. San Antonio Spurs win 118-107. 10,444 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button now because we're doing watch-alongs along for a lot of the rest of the season. We go live after most Spurs games. And don't forget, we have daily San Antonio Spurs videos. If this is your first time in here, tune in, subscribe to the channel, like the stream to help other people find it. 126 likes. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. What a massive win for the San Antonio Spurs. Unbelievable game. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in. Dylan Harper was the star of this game outside of Victor Wembanyama. Let's take a look at the final stats before we sign off for the day. Let's take a look here. 3-0 since when? Great start. Thank you, Spurs, and absolutely. But, oh, you know what really is the big winner here? You know what the big winner is? It was, if you're a real fan, if you've been watching this whole game, you know, it was the credit score Lorax. This is the reason the Spurs won the game. The credit score Lorax. If this credit score Lorax was not on the screen, this was what won the game. All right, you know what? That's enough. User in timeout. One day. No more chats for you. Sorry. But look at that. The Lorax. The credit score Lorax. Absolutely unbelievable. This is what won us the game. Can I get some love for the Lorax in chat, please? Thank you to everyone. But let's take a look at the final stats of this game. And here we go. Here are the final stats. We'll show them up here on the screen. Spurs win, baby. Spurs win. 31 points for Victor Wembanyama. 31, 14, 6 blocks, 2 turnovers. Victor did get his first 2 turnovers of the season. But 31, 14, 4 with 6 blocks and 3 steals. 9 stocks. Don't ever show that Lorax again. No. Credit score Lorax is coming back. I can guarantee you that the reason they won this game. Dylan Harper, though. Can we just admire that plus minus? 32, plus 32 for the Spurs, who had a tough game. Like plus 13 for Wemby. That ending was awesome. But plus 18 for Keldon. Plus 32 for Dylan Harper in a close win. 20 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 8 for 11 shooting, 4 for 4 from the line. Zero turnovers for Dylan Harper. This guy was absolutely phenomenal. Unbelievable game. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to hopefully do this again. Massive Spurs win. And if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're at almost 10,450. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your host, Josh Gosse. And I'll catch you all in the next one.